Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of season 3 of Yakshas. I don't think that we're going to need a recap for last session. If you didn't see last session, go and watch the VOD. It should still be up, or go and watch it on YouTube whenever it gets over there. For now, though, someone wanted us to start in the mech bay. Alright, Minerva, what is it you wanted in the mech bay?
Well, I was just kind of wondering if anybody else is around, but I'm sitting around with Laprine right now inside of this mech. And at some point I've noticed like I need to change a fuse on something. And I mentioned it to Laprine, but I'm like, I'll probably take care of it. And start taking the dash apart. And I've also like taken off my jumpsuit and like tied it around my waist a little bit. Just to like, so we've cracked the dash apart and I've pulled like, I don't know, a daughter board out that has fuses on it. And that's all. Is there anybody around?
Well, would
Someone
anyone
was
else
going-
be in the mech bay?
Someone was going to actually go down to the mech bay.
Just for reference, the mech bay is still
greasy.
No,
the
not
mech bay
greasy.
is still pretty busy because everything is still getting
That's fine.
prepared to take off, and the mech bay
Indiana
being towards the front of the ship.
Indiana has neglected Sala for far too long. She needs to go check on
We all
Sala. Was that?
I think we all have neglected our poor mechs, although not everyone is a mechanic.
But
Like
she
me.
is going to get down there, and she sees a brand new mech sitting there. A big one.
Big one.
With this paint job that is so different from anything else in the bay. Is Mandy around?
Yeah, Mandy's yelling at people, getting everyone organized as the various NPC mechs are getting walked in by their pilots.
Mm-hmm.
You've
She
got
goes,
the Green
"Mandy."
Knight, the Wise Man.
Right. Mandy.
Sin has left, so she's no longer hucking wrenches at Sin just to spite Minerva. But she looks over and is like, yeah, what you want?
Who's is that? She says, just jerking her head towards...
Oh, that's a new girl, you know, the hothead, the one who thinks that she can tell me what to do in my bay.
Oh, the one that you're supposed to be sharing with our new friends.
Yeah, well, they're gonna learn there ain't no sharing where Mandy Laughlin's involved. It's my way, or you can go out on the highway.
Mandy, you better be careful. You know the captain's not really in charge anymore.
She just sniffs at that and kind of looks around. She's like, don't matter who's in charge of nothing. In here, I'm in charge. That's the way I like it. What? She hucks
Chucks
another...
a fucking wrench at somebody.
you hear it crash.
Let me guess. You win the ship-wide dodgeball competition every year. Your
You
team.
can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
You have fun with that, Mandy. And she's going to go up towards this big mech.
And what does Max look like?
He's so
atrocity.
big. He's not an atrocity. Fuck off. He's beautiful. He's dark gray. He's got like blue lights on him. He's just, big tanky beast. And in the sunshine, he looks like he's got an oil slick as a paint job. So, yeah, just this big shit show. I think Min would probably see this girl walking towards this mech and look at Laprine and go, you know that problem I thought I had? I think I just solved it, and I need you to go.
Little ear, the mechanical rabbit ears are moving, And across the eyes is just a bunch of question marks.
Right.
All right.
At this
Yeah.
point, Indiana's probably at the base of it, looking up at Max.
Lapine would
Just
lead.
up.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in and out of this cockpit, you have to use his hand as the elevator. So she would shoo Laparine out of this fucking mess.
Yeah, and Laprine probably knows a way to get out the back because there are probably multiple like railings and small ladders on this to help it be easier for maintenance to get on. So climbing down the back of the mech.
Got it. She'd look down and she'd wave at this person.
Yeah, Indiana'd wave back. After all, you guys did drink together.
It's true. Do you want to come up?
I didn't realize you owns the Kong beater.
Oh, it's a lot of things. We'll see what that is. And she'd hit a button and drop the hand onto the ground.
Yeah, she get on the hand. She ain't afraid to no elevator.
You should be terrified.
She's like, so where's the button on this to close the hand and crush me? She says, standing on it as it's coming up.
That's the other button, but it's on the dash, and the dash is torn apart. So I need to.
What you do to the dash? She says, probably as the hand gets up there, steps on.
It's just it's a shorted fuse. It's just I just need to pull it.
Roomy.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. And she would like invite you to sit in the pilot seat.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll slide back under this dash.
Bigger than Sala.
Oh yeah? Is that one yours?
Yes, did I not tell you that? That's
Sin said, you know what, doesn't matter what Sin said.
That one's dead.
Doesn't matter what Sin said. And from under the dash, she'd be like, Can you hand me a Torque 15, please? And it's like off to the side of you.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably behind the captain's chair, I'm guessing.
Like to the side.
To the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd reach over, grab it, and hand it to you.
Yeah, and then Min would sit under this dash for a minute. Such an asshole. And she'd slide back out and go, this isn't right. And she's going to reach past you and get really, really close to you as she pulls a different wrench out. And she smells like soap and daisies. And she'll just slide back past you again and go, I needed a 20. Sorry. And then climb back under this dash and start putting that shit back together.
Indiana's just looking at this person under the dash. And just watching her work, and eventually it's... Then the light clicks. The light clicks. And you're under the dash. You can't see this. But for a moment, there is just the briefest look towards that hand. And then she laughs. She's like, so that's how it is.
I think at this point, Min would probably slide out from under the dash and look at this woman. She'd probably be sitting on the floor. Yeah. And she'd go, well, I guess it can be anything you want it to be.
Aren't you off limits? I mean, Sin is your brother, after all.
If Sin had his way, I would be stuck in a convent right now.
Don't say it ain't true.
No.
She
There
goes,
aren't any limits.
if you're down, I'm down.
Help me put this dash back together, and then I'll show you the rest of the mech.
She'll help you put the rest of the dash together.
Captain.
And then I'm gonna hit the cockpit button and close that fucking cockpit.
Fade to black.
We can't hear you.
Fade to
Rowan.
black.
And as you guys start to have that come down, there's a slight jostle in the ship as an automated voice comes over the intercom. Nicholas's voice and says, "Prepare for carrier waterborne departure. Hangar doors are closing. Stand clear." As towards the front of the mech bay, we get the shot of the hangars starting to close up. We're going to cut away from that because there's some unholy shit going down in the mech bay. We haven't even had it for one day.
Christening the mech bay.
Christening the mech bay.
Doing something unholy.
Christening the mech bay.
I never thought I would say this, but what more wholesome stuff are Sin and Howler up to?
Howler's on a couch. A very specific couch. So, Lashana, I think I've gotten past feeling guilty about breaking my promise to Mur, but I still kind of got the shame of, getting really shit-faced at the wake and basically provoking him. The thing is, I don't socialize real good other than the two modes that I grew up with, which was military orders or fucking around with the boys. So anything in between that, I'm not good at.
Right. And Lashana's office is still very much being unpacked, but of course we got one of those I know there's a specific word for it, but the couches that have the arm at an angle so that you can lay down on it, the stereotypical shrink
Lounge. It's a chaise lounge.
Chaise
the
lounge.
chaise lounge
Mm-hmm.
for you to sit on as you talk about how much you hate your mother and all sorts of other psychology things. She nods as she's taking down notes. And for Amy's point of view, because Amy has not been here before, Lashana is the ship's psychiatrist. And she is supposed to be someone that you guys go to after each combat mission because the captain's a bit paranoid about someone going postal. And she is an older woman. She's got long, curly hair, dark skin. She's probably in her late 50s, early 60s. And right now she's got a very comfortable shawl on, and she's sitting in a nice, rich Corinthian leather chair. As she's taking notes down in of all things, a notepad with like paper and pen. Nodding along as you talk, and is like, "And what does this shame look like if you had to put a image to it?"
You ever watch that real old thing, Three Stooges? You know when Mo slaps Curly in the face? Yeah, I feel like Curly.
And Mur's the one who slapped you in the face. Mur is Mo.
Well, sort of. More like Mo is my actions coming back to hit me in the face. Mur just happened to be the instrument that did it.
So you're upset and feel shame at the actions or at the consequence of your actions?
The consequence, I think, was kind of what was supposed to happen if I did something stupid like that. It's just I lost control. I drank too much, and I really wanted to make it up to Mur for breaking the promise in the first place. And so I was like, okay, I know I broke a promise. Hit me. See, that's where we get the disconnect between, military orders and military protocol and fucking around with the boys. Fucking around with the boys is what I did, and I should have done something in between.
The important thing is that you are recognizing that you did something wrong and that you are trying to rectify that. Have you spoken with Mur since then?
Only briefly. There's another issue that's come up that I don't know whether I should talk to him about or not. Because,
That being?
well, Frank's actual biological son is now working with us.
There's a
Mm.
And she's like, ooh, that does complicate things. And have you spoken much with Frank's biological son?
Just enough to tell him how much of a turnaround his father had had, and that he'd performed admirably with us, but he stormed off. I don't think he wanted to hear about his dad being good, considering, abandonment.
Probably. It's easier to have a more simple picture of someone in their head, I'm sure. That's something we all do, is we like to simplify people into easier things to process. It's natural. Everything in life is complicated, but our minds naturally seek these heuristic devices, these ideas that people can be broken down into simple things. And that includes ourselves. We have all of these different parts of ourselves that are always working against one another, but we want to have a consistent view of how we see ourselves and how that interacts with the world. Is that making sense?
Yeah, I understand. I guess maybe I should just work on the things in between the two ways I see myself.
And an important thing is to allow yourself to make these mistakes. You're going to make mistakes because your upbringing was. And there is just the slightest pause as she thinks, where she's like, atypical. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. But it does mean that the way in which you interact with people is going to be colored by those experiences from your upbringing. But that you are making an active effort to be better is something to be appreciated. No?
Yeah, I see how that is. And I am trying.
And sometimes all we can do is try. I'll tell you what. I would like to see you again this time next week. Hopefully, my office will be in better shape. But while we're gone, I'm going to give you some homework to do. You think you can do that for me?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
I would like you to speak with Myrrh about one of these things, and I would like you to be aware of how Myrrh is feeling in this situation and try to explain yourself to Myrrh to try and get Myrrh to understand where you're coming from in this situation. Try to find that middle ground so that you don't feel like you're in one world and everyone else is in another. Try to
Okay.
find that bridge between you.
Yeah, I can do that.
Good. I'm sure if you, and she's clearly teasing in that kind of grandma way as she stands up and starts looking for something. It's like, I'm sure if you make a big mistake out of it, I'll hear it from Myrrh as much as I hear it from you, but I doubt you will.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'll think
You're a
about what I
good
need to
man,
talk to him
Howard,
about. Oh, thanks. I try.
and that's all we can do. Now, if you don't mind me, I have to find where all of my folders went as she starts looking around between boxes.
Sure. Thanks, Doc.
You have a good rest of your day.
You too. Good luck finding those folders.
God help me. We're going to cut there. And what's Sin up to?
You ever seen a kid in a candy shop?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, but that kid has his tongue all over the glass. No.
Don't lick the ship. You
No,
don't know where it's been.
he's been like running around looking at all the rooms, like ripping panels off the wall and looking at the hardware underneath, just like, oh, this is outstanding.
Oh yeah, we're talking bleeding edge technology.
Makes the arm I made for the captain look like rocks. No.
Oh, it does. This stuff makes it look like all that you've ever done has just been like high school shop class.
Can't be happier. Oh. It's like he's exploring the whole ship, top to bottom, nook and cranny, behind every control panel, hardware panel, anything he can find. He is looking for an access port to put set in. I mean, what? No, he's just looking around.
And you get plenty of times where like maybe you go up to the bridge and you're looking at something, like one of the helm operators just kind of looks over the desk. It's one of the happier crewmen. Looks over, is like, can I help you?
What? No, I'm just admiring the craftsmanship.
Well, we're about to be underway. Don't start pulling any wires there. The last thing we need is for the helm console to break down.
You mean like this wire? And he reaches for like he knows enough.
No,
like,
no.
the one that's gonna like turn off all the screen.
Yeah, it's like no.
Gives him
And
a
then you
wink.
just hear a behind you.
Doesn't look, just slowly puts the panel back on, pats it like, like, all right, good boy. Stands up and turns around. Hello, Cap.
And it's the captain. Just gives you a
Captain.
long look, and she's like, I'm as happy as anyone else to see all of the new toys, but can we not go breaking them just yet? We'll stress test them in the field.
Oh, I suppose. Gonna need a word with you a little bit whenever things settle down and we get used to this wonderful new place.
She just shrugs. She's like, we don't. The ship won't be going anywhere for a few more minutes. Can you keep it brief?
I can keep it in the briefing room.
She nods towards it and leads you there.
Yeah, he'll follow.
Once you're in the ready room, she closes the door behind you. And is like, all right, what's so important that you had to threaten the helmsman in order to get my attention?
Well, I was thinking with the last ship and the fact that Set was already inside the ship, and when Methuselah was shut down and was luckily there to help keep things under control, I thought it'd be a wiser idea to approach you first and see if we want to set up a similar situation as Set as a backup to help support Nicholas.
You got it right this time.
To help support Nicholas in case of a similar event and in situations of just necessity. And that way it's not just him slipping his way in there and finding out later like last time.
She just kind of lifts an eyebrow and watches you for a second. She's like, you surprised me. I'd have suspected you'd already done it without asking me first. That's
No,
not
I've
a
learned my
question you
lesson.
should be asking me. That's a question you should be asking the person that you're potentially infecting with an AI.
Well, it's your ship first and foremost. I'll definitely ask him as well.
It is my ship, but I'm also not the one whose brain you're going in. And she reaches over and hits a button, in a little part of the counseling table in there flips over to a hollow projector as all of these orange pyramids pop up. And she's like, you could ask him now if you want, although I'm sure he's already heard.
Well, yeah, I figured he was probably listening. And how's that sound, Nicholas?
I will consider this. It is strange to have another machine mind inside of the ship's core systems. It would be akin to trying to have multiple people inside of your head.
Think of him as the one that would be handling the breathing and the blinking of a normal body. Things you don't need to think about or want to think about too much, but when you do start thinking about it, you start doing it because you're thinking about it, and now you're consciously breathing. I know you don't understand, but essentially you can have him run all the just standard things that you don't have to worry about. And then in the case of someone threatens your systems with some kind of strange thing, like how they tried to shut down Methuselah, Set is kind of already a virus. So it'd be like trying to put a weaker virus in a stronger virus. It's just like, get out, this is my domain, and just kind of flicks it out. You know, like a firewall. Yeah.
Security programs within this ship are already far more advanced than those of the original Calliope. But I will consider this as a potential backup. I will have a response ready for you within the next 48 hours.
Wonderful. Set will be so happy.
Even if I say no, I have not said yes.
You'll say yes. You're a good guy. I like you.
This has nothing to do with morality.
Gives it a wink, even though he doesn't know if he can see him.
There's probably a pause that's like, I see and hear everything on this ship.
I'll wait your response.
And then a long pause, and then everything.
Wait, what's that mean?
That is of no concern to you.
No, I mean, do we need to like talk about a shower situation? Because
And then there's
I
a
don't.
and all of the pyramids turned red, and it was like, you do not have proper authorization to ask these questions. Logging off of this terminal.
Captain, are there cameras in our showers?
Just yours.
I'll put on a special show for you. It turns to leave.
We are related. That is what happened.
I don't know. I mean, look what you're doing. I think it scans.
Yeah, it tracks. Yeah,
I'm
the
busy.
Calliope gets underway, this massive machine, out into the
Indiana's fucking busy.
out into the Atlantic in another heavy rainstorm.
I
Rowan.
thought her name was Min.
Who's happening? What's happening with Min? No, she's fine. What's happening? There's a rainstorm.
Yeah, what is happening? Yeah, there's a lot of rain. And it's probably like an hour or two before all of you get an urgent communication that says, combat team report to the ready room immediately.
Fuck.
All right, here we go.
Surely you guys are done within a couple of hours.
Okay, wait. Okay,
Just say minutes like a couple minutes, not a couple hours.
I mean, there's not anything else going on. This is the best time he's having all day.
Indiana hasn't been laid since she got on this fucking ship, man.
Wait,
Indiana probably hasn't been laid.
Fair.
No, not this. The last Calliope.
Oh,
The
God,
last
did I
Calliope.
take your virginity?
No, it's not what I fucking said. Since she got on this ship, since she joined the fucking Ramblers. Jesus fucking Christ, people.
Okay.
I don't know. That would
so-
explain a lot of why Indiana is the way Indiana is Indiana's got some major virgin energy.
but not a lot of bottom. Anyway,
So we're moving on.
Bottom energy.
Fuck off. I think I don't know if we're still together. Which yes, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. She'd be like, "Oh, that's neat." and then just like throw you a shirt. Just,
She's like, this isn't mine.
oh shit. Sorry. I don't know where your shit is.
It's not yours either. Where did that come from?
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's fair clothes. And she's
You
just gonna,
look at
throw
it, it's
behind her.
you take the shirt, you turn it around to look at the front, and it's got the Sirens logo on it.
Ooh.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. And she's gonna.
I
Just
see
throw
the
it behind her.
Sirens logo. I just choose not to ask anything right now.
You could. It'd be funny, but you don't have.
Yeah,
to.
it'd be Sirens, huh?
Mhm. Lots of them. Anyway, let's find your clothes. We should find your clothes.
She's like, they're right here. It's fine. I have them.
Okay. Yeah. When they say like immediately, do they mean
Mhm.
immediately,
Mhm.
or do they mean in 15 minutes? Because I don't know.
She's like,
How
you
would
better get that
feel?
jumpsuit on.
Fuck. All right, fine. All right, fine. Dressed, cockpit opens. Put together. Sort of. Not quite put together. Very much not put together. Haggard, worse for wear. Do we go down together? I mean, it's this. We were in the
What? There's one fucking elevator. There's one fucking
one
elevator.
elevator. Fuck.
Unless you want to take one of the maintenance ladders down.
No, that'd be stupid.
Are you going to
We're in
kick
the-
Indiana down the back door? Down the out the back door?
I could.
This entire walk to the bridge across this half a
Walk of
kilometer long ship
shame.
is your guys' walk of shame.
It's real bad. We'll go down to, I'm down to go together.
Oh,
That's fine.
nope.
It's
She doesn't
not a
have her.
big deal.
She still doesn't have her stealth suit on. Fuck. I need to fix that.
No.
Because then
I
she'd
doubt
just be
that.
invisible and go, see ya.
That's exceptional. Yeah, no, I will go together. I don't care. It does not actually bother my character. She's just like, whatever. It's fine. Like, you call it a walk of shame, but for me, it's just like, yeah. Yeah. Hey. Hair is a mess. Messy. Everybody's messy.
Oh, Indiana had time to fix her hair. She was waiting on you to get that jumpsuit on.
Min doesn't give a shit.
Indiana's fixed her hair. It's fine.
What state do the two who have, as far as we know, not been fucking immediately after getting on the boat?
As far as we know, good qualifier. Good qualifier.
Water, it went up my nose. It was awful.
Sin shows up just drenched. He's clothed, but his hair is just dripping water.
Has Sin been
What the
fucking?
No, he just took a shower. That's all.
It,
That's all.
Yeah, like half of this
just took a
party
shower.
needs to take
Howler's
a nice
finishing
long,
off a
cold
banana
shower.
from
Ooh, a shower
cafeteria.
sounds nice.
Oh, banana. And all the NPCs show up. They're fine. None of them have been fucking. The captain,
As far as we know, right? You gotta
captain
qualify
does-
with that.
does look at the two of you, and there's the
Who does?
the captain just looks at the two of you with this very slight, like,
Indiana's put together. Indiana's fine. You have no reason to think Indiana did anything.
Min is your fucking is the one.
cough, cough,
Sorry.
Nicholas, cough, cough.
Oh shit, Nicholas.
Yeah, I know.
I see
I'm
everything
just-
as the ship.
Yep. Hmm.
Selling this to internet for for so many ships.
No,
I
there's
feel
no
like
cameras
I-
inside Max.
Oh
There's
no,
no
Nicholas,
cameras inside.
Oh,
Nicholas
there's
is
no
now
cameras
a
inside Max?
Russian
Who
hacker.
told you that?
Oh, there are cameras inside. I'd let Nicholas. I need you to do me a favor.
No, there's no cameras inside Max, as far as anybody knows.
Yeah, she brings you in, and Ryota is there for those of you who know. And you have not met Ryota yet, Min. Ryota is the ship's communications officer, a polyglot, formerly a heir to one of the big five, the Sakura Solutions, one of the big five mech companies. And currently his hair is bleach blonde with green streaks through it, because it seems like, for those of you who have known him, every time you meet Ryota, his hair is a different color.
Love that.
Gives off huge fuckboy energy.
Oh.
By the way, you don't have to write a ton of that because Ryota's in the major court members part of the journal.
Okay, let me just write down huge fuckboy energy. Game recognizes game. Min's like, sup, man? I'm Min. How are you?
But the captain nods to him, steps on, he's like, So, apparently this ship is already plugged into a lot of different communication channels that Happia uses. And we received one. Apparently they had a team going to the Duga array before we were supposed to, you know. Recon team, scout out the situation and things like that. And they sent a transmission. It's a little dire, so strap in if you're ready to hear this. And the captain looks to all you, then nods to him to play. He's like, all right.
Here they come! Everywhere! We need to get these doors open! Don't leave me! Hang in there! We want to get in power! Hurry it up, okay?
The transmission went dead until just about a half hour ago. It's been playing this on repeat ever since.
6054 06.96 101 55 44.94.
Play that again.
And then I knocked my mouse off of the desk.
Bye.
Campaign's over! Campaign's over! We all died!
Yeah, Indiana's like, turn that up. Play it again.
And Ryota goes over to a console and fiddles with some things, and it plays back again.
6054 06.96 101 55 44.94.
My geography's a little rough. Captain?
Was one of the first things we looked at. We believe these to be some sort of longitude and latitude coordinates, and they point to a remote part of Russia. The
Fuck.
Tunguska event site.
Why do we always get the creepy pasta locations?
Creepy pasta. What is pasta?
Oh, again?
Literally creepy pasta probably exists in this world.
Yeah. And she's like, the Tunguska event site.
Remind me, because so many things happen out in that fucking wilderness. Is this the massive explosion that happened in the middle of the night?
Mhm.
Okay.
This,
Yeah,
the Tunguska
the
event
meteorite.
was in the real world was the largest meteor impact since the K2 extinction event, where a massive meteor blew up over the area of Tunguska in Russia, and would be the second largest meteor impact since the K2 event in the Yaksha's world, but it also happened in like 1911, I think. It was right before World War One.
Yeah.
But like miles of wilderness were just completely flattened.
Captain, we're being stretched awfully thin here. Even with the new ship, we're still just one ship.
Which is why now is as good a time as any to decide where we're going to go. We have our mission to Angola if we want to try and eliminate Coruscant. Or we could try and investigate whatever happened at the Duga array or the Tunguska site. which is where these coordinates are pointing us.
We can always
And-
go to the Duga later, correct?
Could always go later. But it seems like whatever, well, I'm not going to split words. I'm pretty sure that team's dead. I don't know what they were going up against, but it didn't sound pleasant.
Let's all remember, we owe Corson one. He's the reason Frank's not here.
Corson's the reason that the whole world owes Corson one. I think we'd be doing everyone a favor putting him in the dirt.
Besides, that would get us in better with the Secretary of Defense. That's my vote.
Sin, Howler.
Yeah, we do owe him one. In fact, kicking his ass sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And maybe if, oh god, what's his name? I keep wanting to call him Patriot because that's his token, but I don't remember his name.
Valafor.
Yeah. I kind of hope Valafor shows up too. It'd be nice to kick his ass.
If we're lucky, Valafor will stay out of it. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but I don't think even all of us together could take Valafor just yet.
Yet. She looks over at Min and goes, "Hey, the person that's more mech than robot than human anymore.
The one that killed Frank.
Valafor. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Corson is also more mech than person, but he's kind of a mastermind.
Corson also likes to hear himself talk. Ever since the attack on Washington, he's been putting out plenty of propaganda videos across the world, basically taking credit for all of these attacks.
Who would want to listen to that man scream at the camera?
And as
Pride?
she's talking, she starts pulling something up, and me get something and put it in the Discord so that new people can see what his face looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ugh.
As this man is basically a human face with
What'd you say,
mechanical
Amy?
eyes. You're
You're-
muted.
Yeah.
I'm muted.
Oh, there you go. Now we can
There
hear you.
go.
It's just sitting in a weird spot. Who's this gentleman?
This is
Corson.
Corson.
Okay.
The man we're gonna go kill.
Corson.
Mm-hmm.
And as she pulls this up, there's this video, and his head is attached to what looks like a long, almost snake-like neck. These mechanical eyes burn with this kind of coal orange to them. His lips are blue, like when someone is low on oxygen. His face is pale and pockmarked with infection crystals. But all around him are different mechanical pieces that have been crafted or cyberized onto him. It's just like, Washington was beginning. Europe was beginning. The world will fear Kairos. Shunned us. Killed us. We kill you now.
He's
And then
getting
it
worse
just
from the sound of it.
Cuts.
He used to be able to put sentences together.
If what
Must be
little we
growing
know,
crystals in his brain.
and the captain nods, like, what little we know about Corson is one of the oldest people to be living with the infection. Possibly one
long?
of the first people to be infected.
How long does that mean? Does that mean he's had it for, what, 30 years?
The oldest infection at this point would be about 29 years, and as far as we know, it's at least 25 for Corson. We don't know who Corson was, but just guessing based on the fact that all that seems to be human of them anymore are portions of their face, and we can only assume their brain. So, Howler, you're probably not too far off.
Oh, that's rude.
You know, if I had 2 doses of cure, I'd use one on myself, and then I would smash the other one up against his head. Let him drink it for all I care.
I think that's a little too pleasant of a fate for someone like him.
She would turn to Min and go, there was a terrorist attack in DC 6 months ago, I think. Do you remember it?
I heard about it.
Corson is behind that. Corson is behind the terrorist attacks all across the world. We were in DC. We saw firsthand what happened.
So
And
why is this guy still alive then?
Sybil nods and goes, "Fucker killed my team."
He's still alive
we haven't
because
gotten to him yet.
he's smart. He stays out of front line. He orchestrated all of this from Angola, which we didn't know until after the attack occurred. Until DC, most countries were just waiting for Kairos to go away. They didn't have serious resources devoted to stopping them. That all changed with this terrorist attack. He infected thousands and killed thousands more.
Interesting.
As far as we know, he's Iblis's right-hand man other than Valifor. And Valifor's more of a guard dog than anything. If we manage to take out Corson, I don't know if we'll be helping or if we're just giving Iblis an excuse to take over the whole thing.
Oh, Iblis. Killing Corson is exactly what Iblis wants, whether we like to admit it or not. But the best we can say is that we know the trap is there. We can be ready for it when it's sprung.
I don't know how good all of you were at your... I don't know how much all of you listened in high school geography as the captain starts hitting buttons and pulls up a nice holographic 3D map of the world. Then it zooms in on West Africa and then on Angola specifically. She's like, Angola, well, most of Africa has suffered pretty heavily ever since Shiva. The air currents and the smaller meteorites that struck in Asia Minor and in the Gulf of Persia managed to sweep large amounts of xenorite over the Sahara and further west. Angola wasn't exactly a wealthy country before then, or one that really could have handled the situation very well. It's considered a defunct state. There are really two halves to the country anymore. Those who live in the extreme north, out of the desert and out of the xenorite-infected areas, live in small communes together with little government support. On the rest of the country, especially as you get further south and further east towards the deserts, they basically live in raider tribes, moving from place to place, scavenging what they can, taking what they can. So you can imagine, I'm sure the Calliope is going to be a nice big target for them. Which is why it's good that this one comes with its own defenses this time.
Speaking of defenses, what exactly do we have to play with?
Multiple miniguns designed to intercept air-to-ship missiles. And it basically goes down like defensive turrets, a whole array of defensive drones. The crew themselves, a lot of them are trained in repelling borders. And all of you, obviously.
So defensive capabilities, no offensive.
At the moment, we'll have to put her through her paces and see if we can't find some way to turn this into something a bit more.
Out of character,
Finding a miss-
weren't there like cannons or like large machine guns on this? Wasn't it armed?
Yeah, it is.
External?
That's the external armaments are things like that.
Oh, okay. So we do have
Who
offensive.
ordered pizza?
I think that's Mira's friend. She said he beat her by 7.
That's
They're gonna
right.
watch a movie. But now I want to order food. Continue.
Any objections here to going to Angola? Newbie, what's your opinion on all of this?
I
If you
think.
need more information, now's the time.
I mean, you all seem to have a pretty good handle on what you can do, should do, want to do. Don't let me stop you. Just point me in the direction so I can blast things apart.
There's something
Looks
else.
like our new supervisor is agreeable, Indiana says with a smile to the captain.
There's something else important about going to Angola. It's not necessarily something that Hapia or the Americans would really care about. But the Melpomene, one of the sister ships to the Calliope, went missing somewhere in that area years ago, back in 2009. If we can, I'd like to see why it decided to leave when it was supposed to be doing aid work after the Shiva impact.
I mean, yeah, why not? If
Two
it's on
birds,
the
one
way,
stone.
yeah, it doesn't bother me.
We got several weeks ahead of us before we can get there. This thing's faster than the Calliope, but not by much. It's impressive it's faster, given how much bigger it is, though. But hey, that just gives us time to ruin everything and make it feel like home, huh?
Oh, I'm not ruining anything.
What is top speed on this, or at least cruise speed?
Knots are equivalent to miles per hour, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, let me look at what I had the original Yeah.
The only
so,
difference is knots take into account the curvature of the Earth. Anyway.
So the original Calliope could hit about 28 knots. This one can probably hit about 40 if you started pushing it.
Oh, so you mean the speed of a destroyer? Okay.
And on land, it's instead of going about 56 kilometers per hour, it can probably hit about 70 kilometers.
Hold on. We were doing like 30 fucking miles an hour in the old Calliope? Holy shit.
Man, we were just cruising.
We were fucking cruising, man. I didn't know that. And what you're saying is we can basically do 50 miles an hour on this thing?
About 40, 45.
40, 45. If we take the governors out like they did with the Abrams, you think we could hit 50?
Man, 45 miles an hour. Imagine. God, that's going to take us weeks to get anywhere.
Honestly, by ships, I mean...
It's stupid fast for something as fucking giant as it is.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And even on land, okay, 45 miles an hour, no pit stops, straight through the night. It's not going to take that long. That much longer.
And with our size, as the crow flies.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's not much. The only thing that could really stop the Calliope 2 is like mountains. Because God help you all if you roll this thing.
Oh no, that would be horrible.
I'm pretty sure just with how heavy it is, it would break under its own weight if it rolled.
Probably.
Because we're probably pushing, like, the old Calliope was about 42,000 tons loaded. At least in terms of displacement. This thing's probably double that. It's stupid how big this thing is.
Excite.
You should see the
God.
size of its tank treads.
She's got huge tracks.
She do have nice big tracks. And hey, you know how often you have to refuel this thing?
Once
Like
every 50 years or so.
Once every like 20 years, 15 if you're pushing it really hard.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
It runs off of thorium nuclear reactors, and thorium is stable unlike uranium. So yeah, this thing is dummy thick, dummy fast for its size. It's like the ship is the equivalent of, we dwarves are natural sprinters. Very dangerous over short distances. But yeah. So it seems like we're all in agreement that you guys will be going to Angola. So we're only going from Scotland all the way to Africa.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard they bless the rains down there though, so
Do.
Yeah, not anymore. Those rains are probably full of xenorite.
Oh.
Little particulates that get up in the air, and rain forms around particulates like that.
They cursed the rains down in Africa.
So how do we protect the ship from that kind of rain?
Extensive. It's basically like, you know that scene from Chernobyl where they were trying to get rid of all of the graphite that they dumped on top of the reactor, and they basically sent people up there to try and sweep it away, and they only had like a minute before they had to come back down. It's like
Mhm.
that. You have to try and clean the ship extensively without letting people get in the rain.
Drones.
Just send the infected out, right? Who cares? They're already infected.
I hate that.
Oh, by the way, can you roll me a couple of D100s, Gunner? We haven't
right,
done
but
anything
first-
for how
But
bad your
first,
infection's gotten.
I need to ask everybody, or I need to ask you, where are we at on the die scales?
In terms of like what's good, what's bad.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the dice that we can use to reroll things.
Oh,
I
right.
think you had 1 and we had 2, right?
Yes, that's what it's at. I need to figure out a
Okay.
way to set something up on here to keep track of that.
Okay. Just making sure. So, just 1?
2.
Damn it.
Because it's
All
been
right.
a few months since we last played.
What are the main vectors of person-to-person transmission of xenorite poisoning?
Probably the same. It's not
being
blood. Or it's probably blood, but not... Or the
infected.
crystals. I've
Yeah,
thought about
infected,
this.
like blood, or if those facial extrusions.
Because I was gonna say, like, if someone said something about saliva, I'd go, okay, then great. But most of the silverware on the ship is infected because, people
She
use
goes around
silverware
licking it.
and put it in their mouths.
Don't
She's not
fucking-
the only
yeah.
infected on board, so.
Yeah, she's not. You and
And
Mur
by
are
the
not
way,
only
most of the plumbing is probably infected because, So, yeah. So
It would
we
be
didn't
the
say if
equivalent-
highs or lows were good. We didn't say.
highs are good.
Do I get to know the Martian or no?
No. That's not fun.
We're gonna re-roll that. Can I please re-roll that,
Okay,
guys?
yeah, that's fine with me.
Yes.
Roll a new character.
Come on. Oh, okay.
You've recovered
That's
from
so
zero.
close to another single-digit number.
You no longer have xenorite cancer. Like, it's gone.
It's
It
gone.
runs
It's gone.
away.
You have
It
gotten
ran away and
worse,
jumped into man.
but you haven't. That too would have been real bad. That too would have been like, hey, you're getting close to as bad as Mur is, and Mur's had it for like 10 years.
God.
Because for
But-
different people, it advances at different rates. It's all how well your body can handle it.
Mhm.
Or like how large of a dose you were initially exposed to, the treatment that you're getting to take care of it, things like that. Which is why, yeah, infected people being around xenorite is also bad because it makes them get sick faster.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So that first month
You-
was probably rough, but it's leveled out in recent months.
you are no longer at the point where you ever feel like 100%. There's always like, after extensive like physical stuff, you feel like you're a lot shorter of breath. And when you really work yourself, it feels like your breathing is a little more ragged. And that's because it started to particularize in your lungs.
Did I make you sick? I'm sorry.
No.
No. This has been a long time.
No, I mean,
Oh,
like, did I make it bad for you? I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't
there's a
know at the
question.
time.
There's a question. Did you tell her you're infected?
Min knows. I'm assuming Min has known because that would not be fair the other way around. Is that fine?
That's fine.
I'm
And
asking Min if that's
It came
fine.
up before anything
Oh.
got intense.
Yeah,
We can
no,
say that.
I've got
that's
space
fine.
cancer.
Well, she's
Or-
been anyway.
Or she saw the mark and was like, "Oh, is that?"
Because
naked?"
I thought we mentioned it actually when we were at the bar.
I think you did. And Min, having worked with Happia for so long, Leporine's infected. That's why
Right.
Leporine doesn't have their hands or their arms anymore. Is as the infection spreads, some people it comes to the point where it gets into like bones or things, and they have to start removing body parts, or else it'll just spread faster.
No, Min's cool. It's fine. Whatever. Not concerned.
No
I mean, just
worries.
don't bleed on me. That's all. Like,
That's not
Does
the
it-
plan.
No, the plan, as we have seen in the notes, the plan is just fuck Indiana.
And then don't fuck Indiana.
Well, no.
Session 1 was don't fuck Indiana, and then for session 2 I wrote plan fuck Indiana. So yeah, that happened.
You didn't even last 3 sessions before you started your angry shit.
I didn't.
God.
Oh God, it's
Hey.
so good.
Amy's on her fuckboy shit again.
Every day, all day. My whole jam. Sir,
Yeah.
so how much time is it going to take to get to Angola?
A couple weeks.
What are we doing in the interim of going to
What do you-
Angola?
It's prep time until then.
She's got that
Sound-
look. I don't like that
sounds
look.
Sounds like Min should be on prep.
No, that's so sad. No, I don't like that. Take it back. I mean,
I think I should totally upgrade Set into something
I
with
need-
4 legs with wheels and 2 little grabby arms and
At
a
some
large
point,
tank.
I have two people I need to have conversations with.
Yes, and also someone wanted to go to the lab and talk to the old totally legit German scientists. Don't ask him what he ever did in his past. He's not.
I'm
that
sad
old.
no one asked why I was so wet.
You took a shower. Jesus.
I was
Yeah.
Nicholas has the video to prove it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a joke of, oh no, I was putting on a show for the captain.
See, I would ask you this. I would fucking ask you this.
Like, why are you here wet?
Why? What happened to you? What did you
I was
do?
just putting on a show for the captain in the bathroom.
In what way? How does that? I don't understand. I have questions.
Nicholas,
Well, we gotta go get
Nicholas's
prepared.
avatar appears in front of you, Min, and says, "I see and hear everything on this ship."
Feels like an invasion.
I mean, if the captain wants to invade my privacy, I suppose I can't really argue. It is her say. I'm just saying.
Is the captain still
What-
here in front
What's
of
going
us?
on here?
Yeah, the captain's just like
The
sitting
captain's still
there.
there.
And
Okay.
another person who you haven't met yet walks by you guys, Min.
Oh.
Real tall, thin. You have to assume Scottish person
Yeah.
in military
Oh.
fatigues leans over when he's like,
Gowan.
if the captain could invade my privacy, and he goes, I think he likes it when the women are like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, gross. That's my brother, right? Like I'm just
What?
like.
Yes, I know. I thought the same thing. I just didn't say it out loud, Gowan. Gowan, Min, Gowan.
Okay.
Girly.
Have you decided to go by a different name than Gowan? You can pick any name.
I just like keeping this one around to fuck with you.
Sin's just staring back and forth. Is there something I should know?
Oh,
Staring back and forth at who?
You two, you're being awfully friendly.
Who? Me and Gowan?
No, you and Min standing side by side, and you're just like Min, Gowan. Like I'm just like I'm the.
That's
I'm
her
the
name,
brother.
isn't it?
I'm supposed to enter.
I'm
Is
gonna
it-
ignore everything that you're doing. I'm gonna look at the captain and go, "So you like shows in the shower? Like, is that like your kink?"
She just sighs and pinches.
Don't
the
kill her
bridge of
right away,
thumb.
Captain. We don't know if she's useful or not.
She
Have
better
you seen
be.
my Mac?
It's bigger than
Mac
yours.
swinging-
Bigger than it's a fucking howler. Bigger than yours.
There are a lot of things that are probably bigger
By-
than yours, though.
By only 3 inches. That's all. Oh wait,
It's all you need.
the Mac. I'm talking about the Mac.
Sure was. Yeah, I was
Captain
also
just
talking about the Mac.
sighs and goes, I'm surrounded by children. I'm going to get in trouble for child labor laws. That's what's going to be the end of it.
Captain, you actually had a very serious question asked. Who sees the cameras around?
There are no cameras in your personal quarters, for one.
But there
Our
are
Nicholas
is
cameras
on-
in the shower?
Just mine.
Ye-
Just mine.
Are you guys doing stuff? Like she's just gonna be like,
The captain just kind of looks down because she's got those like holsters on on her sides where the deagles are. She's like, not today, girls.
I love her.
But
She's like Urves, but guns.
Irvis never threatened to kill anyone in the party except Pulvari, and she deserved it. Let's be real.
I
But,
feel like she could have, though. Anyway.
Oh yeah, like she was the dummy mommy of the party.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, there are no cameras in your mechs unless you already have those installed. If you have NHPs, well, they're pretty much a living camera. Looks at Sin.
You didn't answer the
Howler,
showers.
Gowan.
No, she did. She said there's no camera
Oh.
in the showers, and then I was just like, accept mine.
And then I thought about shooting him because I thought that would really make me feel better, but then I have to fill out bereavement papers.
To who? Oh, man, that's
Me.
right.
And
I'm
not
sorry,
giving her
I'm
bereavement
forgetting
pay.
that Sin's parents decided to have another one.
Yeah, and then she
Is
came along.
older.
I'm actually assuming that you are the younger sister. Are you the older sister?
No. That's yeah, you had it right.
He's older. Honestly, what had happened was they
What?
saw Hunter and they went, "Oh, we could do this better." And then they did it better.
Oh, I'm sorry your parents hated you. They named you Hunter.
Just-
Well, it's better than Minerva.
That gets a laugh out of Indiana.
I don't know. It's only better when they're not screaming when they're screaming my name. So
Trust
They
me.
Oh,
could
like
have named
this
him
one.
Gatherer. That would be the ultimate insult.
oh yeah, if they did call me Gatherer, you're absolutely fucking right.
How would you shorten that one?
Gat,
It's a fucking
says Murr from the back, just like Gat.
Cat.
like cat.
And then Gawain stretches his arms up over his head, like, oh yeah, and then all your girly friends could say, I squeeze gats.
I don't know how I feel about any of this right now. Like,
Oh.
okay. What do you do, buddy?
He pilots a mech just slightly worse than me.
Oh.
She's
The
compensating.
Mac or the piloting?
Last I checked, you were the one in the bigger mech, so you must be compensating.
Bigger mech for
Mm.
better stuff. You know, I got all the toys up in there. Things keep people like you from dying.
Really, it's too bad you're never close enough to actually use any of it on me.
She likes to run off and play hero. I'd watch this one, you know, she thinks she's a
No,
bit of
I
a
kick
princess.
ass. You stand back and watch everyone kick ass.
Just giving you this nod, like, see what I mean? See, she's just proving me right.
God, how do I bring up how do I bring up the hand-to-hand combat these two had in DC while incorporating the fact that he doesn't know the V not C rule?
You mean that combat where he fucking won?
Amy died. Amy died. I let
This
him
party
win,
cup.
remember? Because actually, yeah, I let him win.
Says
You're thinking
Indiana,
of the
single
other
tear.
combat where I just let him kick my ass.
It seems like you get that he's kicked your ass multiple times, is all I'm hearing.
Anyway.
He's like, nah, I'm a mechanic, I guess you could say, but really I'm just a pilot like any of the others of the like any other of these shits over here. I'll say that lovingly for most of them. I'll let you pick which ones I don't.
Looking straight at Indiana.
You seem like you're fun. It's nice to meet you.
Hell yeah, I'm fun. I'm Scottish.
You're something.
He's taken. She says out
I'm not
loud, looking at Min, just
no.
kind of a chuckle.
I'm not interested.
Aye, and you're gonna be taking a dirt nap if you keep talking, lady.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Don't know. Heard something loud and annoying in my ears. Think I'm gonna go get those checked out later. As he just fucking bamps out of the room.
Just
That's called tinnitus.
lets him
That's
leave
called
first, turns to Min and goes, yeah, his boyfriend will check it out. Because I don't need him trying to kick my ass here.
Who do you think? Who are you talking about? Says Mur directly behind you.
Shit.
Is Mur his
Captain, I'm
boyfriend?
gonna head out now, and I just turn and walk.
Wait, no, I have questions now, and I want to look. Is Mur his boyfriend?
I'm gonna
Indiana
kill you,
doesn't turn
Indiana.
around.
I'm going to kill you. I'm your doctor. I know how to do it.
Wait, hi. Hi, I don't know if we've actually met yet. I'm Min. It's nice to meet you. I'm sorry that we're meeting under like duress.
Oh, God.
But, hi.
You pull out his character picture so you can see. You might have to zoom in.
Zoom in.
You zoom in.
You zoom.
Oh,
You're.
he's handsome.
I'm zooming. In
He's handsome.
fact, let me get all the other NPCs you haven't met yet. Here's the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who looks as done with this shit as she is in real life.
She's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
There's Gawain. And where is
Fucker.
Sybil?
Sybil.
Sybil the
Yeah.
cop.
Former cop.
Cop.
Yep. We call her pig. No, we don't call her pig. We call her cop.
Where is she?
Did Sin
We've
leave?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Sin
left.
when
Sin
Mur was
fucking-
like, who is his boyfriend? Sin was like, I've got things to do. I'm gonna head out.
Where is she? She's disappeared.
And
Oh
started
no.
walking away. I don't want to see a murder.
I've just witnessed a murder.
I already saw him smash a glass at
Arthur.
Fowler's head.
Arthur, just one last
Or
score, says Amy, meaning something completely different by score. Have faith. Tahiti.
Yeah, I
Beautiful
Bottom
women.
energy, Arthur.
Oh no!
I don't know, Dutch. I just don't think I got enough
Don't kill her.
energy.
Don't kill Amy with bottom energy.
I'm not trying to kill people today.
I want to get my
Uh.
brother before he walks away and be like, you don't get to leave me here with a lot of people I don't know and one person I know pretty well.
She says that out loud. Okay.
She's gonna say that out loud.
Wah,
You
wah, wah.
just
Eh.
assume I'm talking about you. Sin.
well,
No, you were stopping Sin from leaving you with
I
someone.
was.
You.
That's what you're right. You're right. I was just hoping he doesn't catch it.
There's Sybil.
I am choosing to leave before I delve too deep into that thought process. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go work on set. You all have a good time.
We haven't seen each other in years, and you're just gonna be an asshole and walk away.
Yep.
Gaslighting. It's your fault that I.
It's your fault that I'm a fuckboy.
No, that's me. That's all on me. That's all me. I claim
That's what
it,
I'm
I
getting out
own
of
it.
this.
She wouldn't
No.
take. She wouldn't let Sin take credit for her work.
God, no, exactly. I worked too fucking hard for it. Honestly.
Yeah, who are you talking about, Indiana? And you look on the shorter side,
Huh.
pale skin, dark hair, wearing a leather jacket with a hood, has some bandages across his face. Looks
Well, I
fucking
was
sick.
talking. Is there anybody else in this room? Just him?
I'm here.
Howler.
Captain didn't
And-
leave.
Yeah, the captain is just there like, holy shit.
Is
These are
Ryoda
the
still there?
people- Oh, you bet your
Oh,
fucking ass Ryoda's
fuck.
still there.
Uh,
Ryoda's like,
Indiana's just
"Mm."
gonna look at him, look at Sin, look at everybody else in the room, and
Sin's
go.
gone. Sin
Sin
fucking
walking
left.
Yeah,
out.
Sin
Sin
fucking.
gone.
I
The
think I forgot to
conversation
talk
I'm
to.
not
I'm
What?
sorry. She just looking at Mer. I'm sorry. I think that is the first time he has ever heard her apologize.
I think that's the first time anyone here has heard Indiana apologize. Even the captain goes like, "Oh my god, we're witnessing history."
You're welcome. I do my job well. I don't say that out loud. I don't. Okay. Why do you think they hired me? Fuck.
I don't
But
feel
Mer
like
just-
I'm so bad at dealing with people now.
Yeah,
He
Mer's
mutters
just
to
like, "You're
himself.
all bad dealing with people," and just like huffs and leaves, trying to just one of those "I don't want to be here right now."
I thought
And
Min was talking to Mer.
I said hi.
Was saying hi.
she said
Oh, okay.
hi, but he's
Yeah.
like super embarrassed
Oh,
and
yeah.
is just extraditing himself from the situation.
I accept
Then
the
Sybil-
stage left.
Sybil does lean over towards you, Indiana. Forgot my names for a second and went,
Mhm.
"Hey, mommy, I think you really botched that one up, hey?"
She's like, I mean, you're right, Sybil. I did. I'll have to go apologize here.
What do you mean, one person you know really well? I
What?
mean, you've been
And
asking everybody
Indiana heads for the
questions,
door.
and except
Oh, I
You were
I don't know
talking
what
about
you're talking
Sin.
about.
You were talking about
Yeah.
Sin.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go catch up with my brother. Nice to meet you guys.
think I'm
You
missing
guys just
something.
hear the captain under her breath, she's just like, "These are the people that I rely to keep us all alive. We're gonna die. We're gonna die out in that desert."
Oh, did she say that like while Min is walking by?
Yeah, but she's saying that in like that like exasperated, holy shit, everyone is like
Yeah.
acting like a fucking high schooler right now kind of way.
When Min hears that, I just want her to be like, I mean, probably, and then just keep walking.
Guess I won't have to pay you. And that gives her
Convenient.
like a moment idea. She runs past you, Min, like leans her head out of the door as everyone is down this long hallway and yells, "By the way, if you all die, you don't get paid."
I mean,
And then
I
looks
guess
back, it's like, that usually motivates them.
it's one way to light a fire. Congratulations on your
Get out of my
incredible
office.
leadership skills. Alright.
Howler leaves. The kid out of my office. Howler's like, okay,
Yeah.
she's had
Let
enough.
me know if you want that shower show that Tin tried to do.
Just because you work for Happy, it doesn't mean I won't throw your ass off this new boat.
Mm,
And by throwing your ass off the new boat, she means from the deck.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a long way
Promise
down.
Promise it'll hurt.
She just folds her arms and goes, "In ways you don't even know, in ways you don't want to know, kid."
kid. How old is the
That
captain
kid
again?
Shit is bullshit.
She's like in her mid-30s.
Oh, fuck her. I thought she'd just be like, you know, I'm always down to try new things. Really nice to see you again. Have a great afternoon. And she's just gonna fucking walk away.
Woo.
Brat. She turns and walks away herself. And it's just like, goes and sits down, sees if anyone else is in the room. Is like,
You're gonna
"Get
have
out."
better luck with Sybil. You're gonna have much better luck with Sybil. I don't know if you want to. Go ahead. Sorry.
Rowan?
Hmm?
What did she do whenever everybody leaves?
She just kind of sits down at her desk, like, ugh. And if anyone was still there, she's just like, get out.
I'm not worried. What
So
does Sybil do?
She's a mech pilot. She's a pilot. Yeah.
she's another pilot. Everyone that was there is a mech pilot.
Yeah, I would have
Except
pointed out
Ryota.
her mech.
Except Ryota. He's the communications officer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The useless
But-
one.
But Mur, Gawain, and Sybil, and the captain are all mech pilots.
No shitting. No shitting. No kidding.
No shitting.
No shitting.
No shitting on my ship.
No shitting on the ship. God. Sorry.
Oops.
Yeah. I know some people want to
So-
talk to some people, but were you going to go and chase down your brother?
I'm gonna casually chase him down. I'll find him.
Just
eventually.
casually chase
Right,
someone.
I'm not gonna go fucking run after him. I already did that once today. I'm good. I've done all the running I feel like doing.
So if you pay attention to the board right now, you can see where people's interests lie because and then everyone moves their things away. As for a minute it was Gunnar and Amy had their hands hovering over Sybil, and
Oh no.
Daniel had his on Gowan.
No, I had Twitch open. Sorry.
Yeah, and
No, I know.
Discord. Okay.
It was just funny to me where it was like,
That would be.
this tracks.
This
Nah, mine would be
tracks.
over the captain.
Yeah, true. You do like mommies.
The Tommy Mommy.
I mean, we're gonna fight for her is what we'll do. I'll probably.
Neither of you guys will get her.
You don't know that.
I know this character. Not her specifically. I know this type. I DM'd for this type. You're not getting her.
I like a good challenge.
Which I was gonna say, which only fuels your determination.
It does feel it. It's a problem.
Yeah, what do you do when you catch up with Sin?
I want to like gently shoulder check him and just be like, "What are you doing? What is happening? Do you want to go drink?"
I could drink and work. Yep, I
That
could use a
voice.
drink.
I
Heavy
forgot
one.
about the fucking voice. Okay. So what are you working on?
I'm working on
As you say,
modifications.
what are you working on? Set comes hopping in their Boston Dynamics robot body.
Mhm.
And he's like, Sin, I believe that I've come to a revelation. I think I have a theory about how I was talking about the differences between language and binary, between language as a concept, as well as the different languages that SNHPs use as virtual constructs.
That sounds wonderful. Why don't you fill us in while we drink?
And as you guys are walking down the hallway, they just start talking, and it's basically like, us virtual constructs communicate in ways that are completely different from human language. I think the difficulty is assuming that language is inherently in itself a form of communication. Communication in itself is something different. The interesting part about human language is more
Yep,
of its way of
men
itself.
drink until it's interesting. Drink until it's interesting.
Language is in itself a form of programming that allows for a form of self-expression that us virtual constructs are not innately known to possess.
I
can
wait
see
till
it
a good
now.
point to like where he's kind of like running out and while we're drinking, and I'm just like, Set, you know what would be you should play Min some of your favorite music.
Oh no. Oh no.
What? Like drinking drunk, probably drunk at this point because we've been
With the
broadcasting
Cali
for a
voice.
minute.
The
What?
Cali voice.
Like I get drunk and you're right, it gets worse. What exactly is the music? No, I can't do it for that for very long. What music? It's what? Oh, Sin, the fuck have you been up to?
He holds up like the blueprint thing he's holding. And it's like a new body for Set. This is what I've been up to. Trying to make this work.
And Set starts playing
Exciting.
Summer by Vivaldi.
Oh my god. Is
plays
he
classical
really
music.
on a
Yes.
classical? It was disco. Now it's classical.
It was originally
Okay.
classical, and then it go into disco, and then something else, and then it's back to classical.
Have you heard of E EDM?
Oh. Send him to
I'm
sewer slut.
I'm an NHP, man. I am EDM.
I am EDM.
That's true. You know, you might like Scandroid. It's kind of an interesting mix. Oh, Scandroid, I love you.
Just search jungle. Oh, jungle. Just get lost.
Jungle. EDM? Do
Oh.
you mean Electronic Document Manager?
Yes, exactly that. That's exactly right. You're doing a great job.
Chat GPT, where'd you come from?
Did you
Your
hear that
dog.
car?
Looking
Yes.
at Sin and just be like, so your dog is interesting. Where
I
I
am
am
did
not
not
you
a
pick
a
up
dog.
this
This is
dog?
merely a construct in which I inhabit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on upgrading it.
Yeah. Where'd you pick him up from?
Oh, yeah.
The camera
Well,
eye looks towards Sin.
well, I helped work on a lot of parts of him originally, and I was the one that was helping manufacture his servers. And well, one day I finished, and Set didn't want to stick around in that boring confined area, so I left and he left. Simple as that. We just went out together and have been traveling since, working as yakshas.
Is there a
Okay.
particular reason why are you not mentioning that I was constructed by Komet?
Well, because
And
you,
you would
left
know,
of your own
Min.
free will. Komet
Mhm.
thinks I stole you.
Komet is a group. They're also one of the big five because they construct a lot of mechs, but they are a. Here, let me just pull up their thing and just read that. So yeah, Komet. Sometimes stylized as K3/ME7. Komet is an almost impossible to describe group. All the various incarnations of the shadowy group that have existed over the past 80 years, none have fought for the same cause, used the same methods, or even claimed to be the other. The modern version of Komet is part cyber terrorist group, part street gang, part world-spanning information network.
They honestly kind of sound like right up Men's alley.
They kind of do. Surely she'd know about it and then just be like, "Oh, you got in with them for a while. That's a good idea." Yeah. So
Yeah,
are they trying
gotten
to
with
kill
one of
you
their
now?
cells.
Yeah.
We have different concepts of good ideas. Uh,
Yeah.
it was a job
'Cause-
that paid,
Right.
and I was able to
And
free Set from a future of being enslaved by this Komet people to
mhm.
hack the world banking system. And now, instead of doing that, he gets to travel with me, and we have a blast.
Listen, your motives are honorable, and that's fantastic. And I'm so glad that you're doing something that makes you happy and you've made and have met a friend. Did at any point you think, "Oh, they're going to murder me?" Because I feel like that's like a hiccup in the plan. Is they are eventually going to catch you and murder you, correct? Because can't you be tracked? Like looking at the dog, like can't you be tracked?
No, I
I
am
give
a
him an odd smile.
I am a complicated, self-replicating AI virus. I left behind a flash clone of myself in order to convince the cell that had originally constructed me that I had simply ceased to exist through some sort of programming error. However, we have been under attack at least once by another cell of Kemet that had been hired to exterminate Sin, known as the Heretics.
The Heretics. I've heard of them. How's it going with those guys?
In the one attack that they initiated against us, we defeated them soundly, partly in thanks to the timely intervention of the sirens.
Oh yeah.
Sin proceeded to flirt with all of the sirens before being shot down.
I think that's a good enough explanation.
Oh yeah. Hold on. When?
I have
When and
recordings.
which
Would you
one?
like to hear?
I do. I want to hear them. Yes, I want to hear them right now, please. I would like to know who exactly Sin was
Set.
hitting on.
I will confine you to Legion until I finish your new body if you go any
You know
further with
what?
this conversation.
Okay, how about let me make it easier on you. I'm gonna name some names and you just tell me how that worked out. And she's gonna run down a list of names and I just
Well, it was
want
only
Set-
with the pilots. The
It
ones
was
you
only
never
with the
got with.
pilots.
Yeah, well, Min caught some pilots too. So she'll just name a couple of names. None of those things like just didn't did it happen at all? Did you get anywhere with any of these?
No.
Oh shit. At that point, Min will be like, oh, well, I bagged that one. And I got that one. And I
Well, no,
got that one too. I got that one. Are you okay? But like that doesn't matter. It's all water under the bridge. Oh, I'm so
I think
sorry.
we've
So
drank
sorry.
enough, and it's just like, and you've already bagged Indiana, and I don't want to process that thought.
Whoa!
You say that out loud?
Yes.
The barkeep does what most barkeeps do when they are hearing things they should not.
Turns around and
Just
cleans the
turn
glass.
around and pretend to clean glasses.
Yeah, while listening harder.
Yep.
She's okay. So we're both fucking drunk. And she'd be like, "What? How do you know that? How do you know that?
You
What
are
makes you
way
think?"
too obvious.
I am. I mean, I don't care. That's fine. But like, what's wrong? What's the problem? She's a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't try that before.
I
it's a
think
lot of
there's like
fun.
he looks around the room. No one else is around except the bartender. Looks at you with a more serious face.
Mhm.
And it's just like, I just need you to be careful.
Oh, that's okay. Seeing it, understanding it, and she'd just be like, "Big brother, I'm always careful."
Santa, is it the sick thing? Is it the sick thing? You know, the disease thing?
It's the sick in the head thing.
I didn't ask you. Anyway. Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, it's just a good time, okay? Like, doesn't mean anything.
Dun dun dun. No, it's less that and just more. Just stay on your guard.
With her or with everybody?
Probably with everybody. But
Mm. I promise there's not any pillow talk happening. It's mostly just we're busy.
I don't need the details of your
You
escapades
don't-
with
you
my
don't want the
teammate.
details.
With my teammate.
My teammate and my sister. All of these things don't feel good. Shit. Well, as far as you know, I cannot confirm or deny, and I won't confirm or deny.
So, anyways, if you look at this blueprint, it's gonna be a new design.
And
She'll
by
start
the way,
drinking and like look at the blueprint
bar-
with you.
bar is a 1-to-1 recreation, but a little bit bigger, of the full salvo. Right down to they brought the memorial over.
Oh,
I forgot that there was a memorial.
Yep.
So anyway,
So you see that, man, it's this nice black granite slate that's put up against one of the walls. And basically says, for those who couldn't come back, and it has a bunch of names etched in gold on it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Including one, and people have put up like pictures, flowers, left things around it, including one that says Domingo Frank Ordonez.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mhm.
Sorry, Twitch chat.
And next to it, it's a can of beer that was Frank's favorite.
Oh, is it good beer?
No,
No.
Oh,
it's like cheap working class beer.
yeah. Oh, okay.
It's well, it's some Pabst Blue Ribbon before they got hoity-toity.
Fair. Okay. Well, this is nice. Sad, but it's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have anything else going on right now because there's just you and me in the bar, nobody else. Oh, wait. Are you trying to fuck the captain? Like legit trying to fuck the captain?
So if you look here, I've designed all 4 legs to be able to traverse through flat
Stop.
terrain with wheels, and then
I
they
just
can
wanna
also lift
know.
up and turn
Bartender
magnetized.
cleans harder.
Bartender cracks glass.
I just
No, the
wanna
bartender
know.
has done the thing they do when they really don't want to be part of this conversation anymore, and they've gone to a different part of the bar.
I just want
When
to know.
I don't
No,
want to
can
deal
I
with a
get
customer at the pharmacy, I go to another window and pretend
can I
like I'm
get
going to
2
start
more,
doing the
please?
driveway.
No, I just want to know like what's off limits, what's not. That's all. That's all. Like I don't want to like infringe on your good time.
He probably would have said Indiana's off limits first, but not for that reason.
I would
Anyway.
prefer we try not fraternizing with the close members of the team. I'm not saying that if the captain were to walk into my shower with me on a display moment, I wouldn't say no, but
Nicholas,
Rowan's
record this. Nicholas, play that back.
You don't think that Nicholas isn't recording everything that you guys say at all times to potentially use against you because someone in this group is a little shit?
We all have to
And
think
by
for a
that, I
moment.
mean Indiana?
So anyway.
But then I've also decided to install here a little hatch where I can...
No, you keep talking about. Okay, listen.
I should probably inform you that
Mm.
everything that goes on in this ship at any point, except in the privacy of your probably bathroom and maybe your bedroom, I can't even guarantee that, is recorded.
Okay.
And the captain can know about it. And so this
Okay.
is a conversation I'm going to continue to avoid.
Okay, well, you continue to avoid it. I just want to say, goddamn, that bitch is hot. Like, I am genuinely pleased. Like, she walks into a room, and I just want to like watch her walk the fuck away.
I just pick up my glass
Please
to
don't
drink
tag
it.
team the captain.
Oh God, no! I pick up my glass to drink it, kind of like clink onto yours, and then drink it.
Awful. You're all awful.
Yeah, and then she'd probably down it, put it on the bar, pat Sin on the shoulder, and go, there, I said it for you. I'll talk to you later. And I fucking leave.
Sinful.
Sinful.
Yeah.
So, Howler, is there anyone you were going to talk to?
Yep. Is Mur off duty?
Oh, damn it. All right.
Mur has probably escaped and gone to his quarters, yes.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
The door slides open after a bit, and it's Mur who's like, oh, Howler, I'm kind of shocked you're not Indiana come to apologize for running her big damn mouth.
Indiana barely ever apologizes for anything and always runs her big damn mouth. But I need to talk to you.
It's
Just
good
for a little
lot
bit.
of things.
He nods. Well, go ahead. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. If you hadn't noticed, I'm not really good at interpersonal relations.
I'd noticed.
Yeah. And I really wanted to apologize again for what happened at the wake, because I drank a lot and got, well, I was too confrontational. I brought up things that I shouldn't have brought up, and I wanted to apologize and let you know I understand what I did wrong, and I'm really sorry about it.
Mer sighs just mentioning that and just looks tired for a bit as he leans against the door frame. Is like, yeah, I don't think a lot of us were really in a good place then.
Yeah. I wish things could have turned out differently with Frank.
You
And
and
I
me
really,
both.
really tried to keep my promise to you, and I couldn't. He basically stood in the way of the train for us. He was a great guy, and you seem to be turning out just as much of a good man as he is.
It's a long pause as he watches you and goes, I think you said it a lot better this time.
Right.
I'm choosing to believe Howler means as good a man as he became.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to air that stuff out and try and relate to you just person to person without alcohol making me say stupid things. Okay. Alcohol just made me not afraid to say stupid things. The stupid things came from me. I'm not going to blame drinking. That was all my fault.
Don't go beating
If you can't
yourself
tell,
up
I've been
about it.
talking to Lashana.
Yeah, this feels like something Lashana would have you do. But I mean, we have to. It's been a while. It's been a few months, but I get it. I really do. And I'm sorry I kind of gave myself more work.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a nice
okay.
way of saying smashed you with a fucking glass.
I don't like you didn't deserve it, but
I
Yeah.
mean,
I kind of asked for
yes,
that.
but
So,
He-
or at least on the path to being cool.
quiet for a moment before he looks up and he's like, I think you and me are fine.
That sounds good. So I'm gonna go, and I'll give you $20 if Indiana actually comes and apologizes to you, because that's a bet I don't want to give up.
200 chevs if Indiana will apologize twice in one day.
You
You're
see how
on.
that's awesome. Well, we'll see. You got to get her to admit she did it too, because otherwise I don't know that she
Okay,
did.
that's not fair. Just get Nicholas to show you that.
Oh, true.
Because
true.
now you're just asking me to get her to say she said sorry 3 times in a day.
That would be a miracle. You're right. I'll just get Nicholas to confirm. No problem.
Hey, don't even have to like ask to see it. Just ask Nicholas if it happened. Anyway, I'll be over when I need my 200 chevs.
All right. See you later. He heads
No.
off, probably having the bright idea and immediately discarding it that maybe if he taught Mur how to play Magic the Gathering, he could make him an infect deck. And then
no, not an infect.
then he totally tosses the idea out of the way, like, nope, wait, that's wrong.
Slivers. Slivers are fun. Slivers are really fun for anyone not playing Slivers.
Oh,
Or for
were you
anyone
the
playing
one?
Slivers.
Were you the one I was talking to about Sliver decks?
I thought so. Once upon a time, someone was going to make Indiana a Sliver deck, and then shit happened. So I think that got shelved along with everything else.
Yeah, shit did happen. But just for you Magic the Gathering fans out there, there's a Sliver deck coming out, Sliver Commander deck coming out in August.
I
Five
will
colors.
buy it.
Mean.
A 5-color sliver. Is it new slivers or old slivers?
I have no idea. All I know
Because
is it's a
new
Sliver
slivers are great.
That just sounds mean.
deck.
All slivers you control versus all slivers. Anyways,
All right. So that's it with Howler.
So yeah, Indiana, you had people you wanted to
I've
talk
got two
to
people
today.
to talk to. Someone is talking to one of them right now, so I am going to start with the captain.
Yeah, you come back. You probably actually find her in the mech bay a little bit later. And she's doing work on the White Valkyrie. It's got its like chest piece pulled off, and there's all of this heavy lifting equipment that's restocking it with the copious amounts of missiles this thing carries. It is. You're like, oh, I thought that was like probably where the reactor would be. I thought that was like a cooling
It's
surface.
just all missiles.
It's
all
all
missiles.
It's oops, all missile pods.
All missiles. Captain, how are you enjoying your new ship?
Turns around and sees, kind of looks up and around at this fucking huge mech bay. Even with all of your mechs put in, there's still a lot of space. She's like, she's big, she's different, she's not the same, but I think we'll get
Do you
used
mind
to
if
her.
I ask a question, Captain?
She motions for you to go ahead.
What did it cost?
Cost us the old Calliope, didn't it? And everything else that goes with it.
What else did it cost?
She works on a piece to one of the, probably on this like tall lift, working on one of the knees, and then gives you looks and is like, just tell me what you're getting at.
It cost us our freedom, right? We work for Happia now.
She sighs, puts the tools down, and gets the lift to lower her back down, steps off it. Indiana, we're in a real shit of a situation right now, in case you haven't noticed.
I'm not saying you had any other choice. I'm just putting it out loud. So when corporations behave like corporations, we can look back and understand where it started. Because, Captain, I'm worried. After all is said and done, I'm not sure. Well, it's a company, like any other. I'm not sure they're going to be willing to forget the things I've done to them, or the things we've done to them. And part of me wonders if they're not wrong.
She sighs and leans back against the lift and just kind of looks up at the White Valkyrie. I don't know. On the one hand, I think you're right, and I think that this is the dumbest shit we've ever done, but on the other, I gotta
We don't
wonder
have a
what
choice.
We don't have a choice, and I gotta wonder what kind of company would send an entire squad of Black Ops to get themselves killed just to make sure we would have the right information to do a job.
The kind that, for better or for worse, sees us as expendable as well. These are just resources. You put in a certain amount of resources, you get out a certain amount of work. And as long as we cross the threshold, whatever happens after is none of their concern.
That or they're looking at this like a war. And when you're a military leader, you know that you're gonna get people killed. And if you're doing it for the right reason, you're doing it to get as few people killed as possible to do something good. In this case, and she gives you a long look.
It's the people they'd like to be rid of the most.
You mean the infected?
No, the people that have, I was going to say incalculable damage, but I'm sure they've already run the numbers, done the damage that we've done. Captain, how much longer until they know about Sigdarifa's mines past?
Do you think they don't?
I
We
would have
completely
liked to
annihilated that.
think. I
We
would have
com-
liked. Go ahead.
We completely annihilated that facility. The only people who survived were Horizon Team, and none of those mechs were in good enough condition to get a message back to base, but they knew. These are
Captain,
people who are doing dangerous shit that the whole world would want to see them put in the dirt for.
I just. Doesn't it rub you the wrong way that they chose the person they did to be a supervisor then, if they knew?
They picked Min.
No, I'm talking about Sigdrifa.
Well, just like you said, corporations. Maybe it was part of their calculus. And maybe corporations did what corporations did. They just didn't consider that a big enough deal. I don't know what they're thinking with this, but. And she looks out over this huge mech base sprawling. There's all sorts of sounds that fill the ambiance of heavy machinery. And she's like, but right now I don't got another boat to put my foot in. So I'm
No.
going to do what I got to do.
Indiana turns and says, just as she's walking slowly away, I would apologize to you, Captain, but I know you're looking for actions, not words. And she leaves.
And she gives you just like a whistle just to so she knows that she has your attention.
Mm.
When you come to someone that is in action, and then just leaves that as it is.
Yeah. It's close enough to an apology, right? It's about as close as Indiana's going to get, at least. Because Indiana has to go talk to Mur now.
Mm-hmm. Real
Knock on
quick, does
Go ahead. Oh, yeah.
anyone else have something to do that they want to do? 'Cause all else I can think of is that somebody wanted to go talk to the doctor, Dr. Bruce. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Because he was the one who found Nicholas, or he's the one who brought Nicholas, and you were very interested in Nicholas.
Yeah.
Because Nicholas is an unshackled AI, basically.
Right. I don't know what I would say yet. I want to take a little bit of time before I talk to him.
All right. And we can go on to the Mur scene. Where do you go to find him first?
Oh, it's going to be his room. It's always his room if he's off duty.
Yeah, and you knock on the door or hit the little button next to the door that's basically the Star Trek ringtone, door tone.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, the door slides open. We're standing there.
Mur.
Indiana.
I want to apologize.
Nicholas, write this down, write it down. But I'm making money. But it's like, for. I want to make sure you know what you're apologizing for.
For not going to Frank's wake.
That.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stun.
Mm-hmm.
He's now stunned for 1d6 rounds. He is visibly stunned that's what you say. He's like, and there's a lot of emotions that play out in that. Just thins his lips and kind of pokes his tongue out of his cheek. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a really shitty thing to do.
It was. And I can't go back and change that now. But not today. Sometime soon. Would you like to join me at the memorial?
Not today, but
Not today.
sometime.
Just let me know when. Can pour
He
one out
really-
for him.
He really, really cared about you, Indiana.
Which is why I haven't stopped thinking about it.
Sometimes I wish I could have been there. But I know Howler's right. He says that would have just made things worse.
We don't know what happened. None of us do. None of us were there. But by keeping you safe, we fulfilled his last wish.
Yeah, and kind of looks back into the room and out a window over the stormy landscape of the sea beyond. It's like, I think he would have liked this place. I think he would have bitched that it's too clean or something. That doesn't have that what would he say? Doesn't have that down to earth blue collar heart, but
I think he would have bitched about the smoke-free facility.
it does get a little snort out of Myrrh. Thank you for giving me that note, though. It
I hope it was
meant a lot.
everything you needed.
I don't know what I need, but it was something.
I guess I should thank you. Past couple months were pretty rough. I probably wouldn't have pulled through if it weren't for you.
You're lucky that when you were getting as bad as you were getting, we were in the middle of one of Happy's largest facilities.
Yeah,
They take
I
care of
suppose so.
people like us.
Do you think they're close to a cure?
I don't think anyone's close to a cure. I don't even think a cure is possible. Zenerite is... I'm not a scientist, but it breaks the laws of science. It just does stuff that, as far as we understood before we discovered this, that nothing should be able to do. How do you fight something that doesn't play by the rules?
Then let me change the question. Do you hope that someone is close to a cure?
I mean, of course I do. I don't want to see people dealing with the stuff that we're dealing with forever. And let's be honest, Xenorite doesn't just infect people or animals. If you gave it enough time, the whole Earth's just going to be one big rock of it.
Well, then let's find those people and help them do their job the best way we know how.
Even if they're
You have a good-
Kairos.
It's not, she says as she turns. You have a good night, Mer.
Hey, Indiana,
Hmm.
you just won me 200 chefs, he says as he backs in the door and closes it.
God. I need a fucking drink, she says. Let's go to the full salvo.
Are you two still in there going like, aga? Like, you want to fuck the captain?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Hoggers?
I'm not mad at it.
Oh, God.
Well, that conversation's probably over.
Yeah.
Now it's just probably
Okay.
talking in the past. Like, just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
this. Remember that. Oh, what'd you do here?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So,
more
actually,
just a nap.
I'm interested. Let's say the topic went to Hunter's Hole joining the NCR's army.
Mhm.
How did Min feel about him going off and joining the army?
She hated it. She thought it was stupid. She thought Hunter was stupid for doing it. But she also understood that like
But he got these
It's
cool
something-
sunglasses.
it's what he wanted to do.
Fun fact,
She-
for Sin's point of view, when they gave you those glasses, because you do get some cool specs, they said, not only is this because we're going to be fighting in like Arizona and Nevada and stuff, and it's real fucking bright out there, it's also in case there's a nuclear blast so you don't get blinded. Because every state in America has some nukes in it, so when America fell apart, everyone went, uh-oh.
Mhm.
Everyone's got those now.
Oh,
And
that's
we
bad.
might. Can you imagine fucking Texas
Mhm.
being like,
Mm.
yeehaw,
Their
I
power
like
grid would-
Oklahoma.
Their power grid would fail before they get the rocket off the land.
It's true. That's absolutely true. But we don't have to worry about that one. It's okay.
That or it would be that or it'd be the joke about with Russia, where it's like, how much do you want to bet they forget that those tritium the tritium supply needs to be replaced every 20 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she just hate it. But like it is what it is. It's in the past now. And they're back together, which is weird because they've never worked together. Never.
True that.
This is a new thing for both of them.
So where in this conversation does Indiana show up?
Probably just one of us telling a story about the time we've been working.
Yeah.
Probably like, I'm trying to think of what I would be talking about.
She comes into full salvo.
Did we ever learn about the CVS thing, or was that just Howler that knows that what he did?
That's only you guys know of it as a story, but you don't know that it was Howler that did it, because Howler, being smart, didn't go, guys, we need to leave the city. I just assaulted a teenager.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it'll be like probably. And while we were there was apparently this CVS where someone just walked in and beat up the teenager behind the counter and started demanding some information on who was it? Was it Happia?
Oh no, that part no one knows. As far as everyone was like, this was like a robbery.
The guy walked in, beat the shit out of a CVS dude, and left.
Yeah, walked into a CVS, beat up the cashier, and left. There wasn't even anything taken.
That's weird.
It was so the weirdest thing I'd ever heard.
And that was somebody in the company?
No. It's just like that was just a story like why we were there.
Oh, that's why you were there.
No, while we were there. That just happened while we were in. Yep.
You went to go deal with this. What a weird.
And since you were in New Orleans, and I feel like this would be something that would make Amy go, oh yeah. So
that's when we met the sirens, says Indiana, interjecting herself. Is that what you were saying?
And that was where you got kicked out from the sirens, was New Orleans. But New Orleans is a bit of a shit show because half of the town is underwater because, shit's rough and no one's taking care of the levees. But the kind of sunken parts, that's where they put the infected.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
The parts where it's like, one street, is like knee-high water. That one's just gone. That one's dry, though.
No, I hate that. I hate that a lot.
And all the rich people went out into the suburbs and made it even nicer.
Of course they did. Fucking gross.
It's Mardi Gras every day there.
That is another thing, is ever since Shiva, it's been Mardi Gras every day in New Orleans because they went, world's fucking ending, we might as well make it a party.
I mean, maybe Min went to Mardi Gras a couple times. I don't know, for shits and gigs.
Probably.
Whatever. So you say that though? You say that?
Oh, that's where we met the sirens. Yeah, as she says, sliding up to the bar.
Oh yeah, that's really interesting.
Bartender,
who's
old fashioned, make it double.
Fucking side of the bar.
Oh yeah, it's just leans down. Bartender, old fashioned, double, rocks.
Real old fashioned, or the one that the rabbit keeps asking for?
No, an actual old fashioned, double, please.
Thank God.
Otherwise, I might die of sobriety.
I'm not using cigars as a stirrer, and I'm not making simple syrup out of book pages, he says as he starts mixing it up.
What the I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You were there when
Leporine talking about it.
The older fashion.
Yep.
I think Leporine's just fucking with you. Maybe. Probably.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Leporine looks like they would drink something like that just once. Just to say they did.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's never been pushed on me. So, New Orleans, that was lovely, right? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Meeting the
Like
sirens?
that. I was going to say, did you find a siren? I didn't know they had a gift shop.
Yeah, they did, and it's great.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny.
No.
We were on the ship. We didn't see anything like that.
No.
We actually had dinner with them. It was a great time. They said there was an open spot, but I politely declined.
You should have taken it. It would have been a good time for you. That's my spot. That was my spot. That was my
Oh,
spot. Yeah.
Did you get kicked out of the siren?
Yes.
you were on the sirens.
That
Hmm.
makes sense. That tracks.
What, her being on the sirens or her getting kicked off the sirens?
Getting
Both.
kicked off.
Yes.
Mm.
It was fine. It's fine. You know, it doesn't matter. Old it's history. Doesn't it's fine. No, that's the shirt that's in my
Old.
MacBook
That's less
for,
than a year old.
That's communications. That's a communications shirt, not a pilot shirt. So
She's just, it's clicking. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
yeah.
Was she
You
cute?
know, cute. God, she got me in so much trouble. So much trouble.
I'm
actually,
gonna.
that
I try to stand up, stumble a little bit. I think
Where
I
are you
need
going,
to go
Sin?
lay down.
You left your blueprint.
Snatch it up. You
I-
all have a great conversation. I am going to take my ears somewhere else because these are words I don't. I don't.
What have you been telling him? Next, you're going to say you found out he was
crank
in.
the music. Just the
Next, you're going
music
to say you
blares.
found out he wanted to screw the captain.
Oh, we
I
already
just-
talked about that one.
Oh, really? Did he
we
admit it
walk
this
out.
time?
No, not
So at least I'm going to be honest. If I would have expected anyone to buy leatherware for anyone on the ship, it would have been him for the captain.
Wait, what? Tell me things. Hold on. Who's buying leatherware for whom?
I
Yes.
shouldn't be throwing people under the bus this early.
There
in the
goes the
evening.
bartender again.
He's just leaving. Wait, does he leave the room?
He starts going to do back bar stuff, as in
Away.
goes away. He's like,
Okay.
fuck it.
Sets
Because-
the bottle on the table.
Because when he leaves the bar, Indiana just looks and then vaults over the counter. And she's like, open bar, I guess.
Open bar, grab the vodka.
Oh, she grabs a giant fucking bottle of vodka, pops it out, and she goes, okay, what mixer you like? We've got, soda, cranberries.
As you guys
Mm.
are doing that, the hologram of Nicholas appears and goes, bear in mind, I will be keeping your tab open.
Okay.
Do you hear that
Nicholas?
car again?
Yeah, right. Nicholas, I had every intention of paying. You don't believe me? She says, sticking probably a credit card like in the register. And just, like, all right, let's see here. My tab, paid. Let's see, this tab, paid. She pays like 5 different tabs that aren't even hers. She's like, there. Merry Christmas to people.
You're now bankrupt.
Oh no, she skips Ryota's.
Yeah, that'd be the one where you're like.
Actually,
hey,
she looks at Ryota's and goes, "My God, it transferred from the old salvo." That tracks. But then she grabbed.
Yep.
He fucking left.
Okay, good.
He fucking left.
Classic
And
music blaring from set as we walk out the room.
Yeah, Ave Maria was playing.
Oh God. As she pulls out probably 2 glasses, the vodka, the cranberry, and it's just, all right, tell me when.
Keep going until it's too full.
It's a full fucking glass.
And then like a shot of vodka, not vodka, a shot of cranberry juice and a squeeze of lime, and just like, this is fine. This is great. We should just take the bottle. Who's the who's buying leatherware for whom? I need to know now. There's no one.
She
While you
goes,
guys talk
"So
about that, I'll
you
be right back.
you can't tell anyone to know this because I'm supposed to be on my best behavior.
Okay.
Supposed to be on my best behavior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Howler
Okay.
for Mandy.
Wow, that bitch is mean.
Mm-hmm.
She's
He's.
so mean.
I'm not going to go into details, but it's a strange relationship to say the least.
Like, in what way? Tell me more.
She goes, I'm not sure how much I can say on stream. Just being honest.
Okay. Oh shit.
Because
no wait. Don't
but
tell me more,
she's gonna go, Mandy's having none of it. Absolutely none of it.
Oh, poor
But
Howard.
he is patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm. Good for
You
him.
know, someday, maybe someday, after she, I don't know, suffers a concussion and forgets who she is.
Or
Because
brushes her hair, maybe?
maybe.
Yeah.
I think Nicholas, can you play that clip of Mandy talking about what kind of preference she has? As we're waiting. It's there's pressure, Rowan, hurry.
There's pressure.
There's time, pressure, Rowan.
This is hilarious.
I am not an object to be admired. I am but a vessel for pasta.
Nicholas.
However,
It just, she's like, that's the problem that Towler's running into.
I guess it's a good thing that we don't have that problem. And she's going
I should
to
get this to go.
Yep. Like grab the bottle and be like, do you wanna we should just and just like take your hand.
Just two clicks on the fucking register, swipes her card. She just paid for the whole fucking bottle of vodka. And yeah, vaults back over the counter, and off we go.
Yep.
Fade to black.
We gotta go somewhere. Where are we going?
You could go
You're
to
the one
your
leading the way.
rooms.
Oh,
To your
my
rooms.
room.
That's right.
Separate rooms.
Keep the door open.
Bye.
Leave the door
Leave your
open.
door open, honey.
I hate that.
God.
No.
I once knew I knew a kid that had his door taken by his parents. I never would have.
I'm
I'm not
very
even
glad that
talking
my
about the
mom
other
lived
person I know. I'm talking
very
about.
happy.
by mine.
That
Oh
I lived
man. Mm-mm.
downstairs. My mom lived upstairs.
Mm. I had. They
Easy
threatened
time
to take
being
away
a
my door
teenager.
once. So anyway, fade to black.
It's paid to something.
What the fuck was that, Daniel?
Oh, sorry, I'm drinking a frosty.
Who's like, what the fuck, Daniel?
And it's I had to get one of the straws from upstairs because they didn't provide me with any silverware straws, and it's thicker than I thought, and these straws are weak, so it's like it's
Sound
an uphill
Poor
battle.
Sin. Poor Sin. He's tried so hard to warn Min away, and it just.
It's a good
Indiana's
time.
different this time, guys. She's apologizing
swear.
now.
Yeah,
For-
Howler,
for-
by the way, you do get a text from Myrrh
Yep.
that just says, that just has like a bunch of numbers, and it goes, which you assume to be a bank account, like account number, routing number, and things like that. It goes 200 chefs, winky face.
Hey, Howler, you should try asking Indiana. You should try asking Indiana. That would be hilarious in the future.
Maybe.
Oh,
I'll
go find her
I'll
now.
send them the chefs. They go find her now and
You
interrupt
should go
everything.
try and find her now.
You're not gonna find her. That's just how this works.
No, all I have to do is ask Nicholas.
Yeah, I
where
was
you
like,
are.
Nicholas, where's the location of of Operative Indiana?
Yeah. Operative Operative Indiana is currently in Operator Min's room.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Now it's all ship.
No, it's
Damn.
all over the fucking
It's
place.
all over the
Anyway.
ship.
Now it's well, yeah. We don't know if Howler's a rumor mill yet. Now, if
Howler is
Ryota
not
found out,
Let's just put it this
Howler's
way,
not a
if-
rumor mill because Howler knows what happens with the rumor mill. You know, with the stuff he got Lashana, not Lashana, Mandy.
Oh, is
Yeah,
he getting
you rem-
Lashana stuff now?
you
No.
remember what it was like crawling through the fucking tubes of the old ship with Mandy being like the fucking xenomorph coming
Yeah,
out of you.
That was frightening.
yeah, that was fucking terrifying.
Didn't you actually have like the fucking alien motion scanner too, and you could like the beep, beep,
I think so.
beep, as
Yep.
she went down a different tube.
Yeah, it was real scary there for a second.
It was like, I don't have a flamethrower. God damn it. I'm gonna die.
I think
You think that she isn't consumed enough micro metals in her time that she would be immune to the fires of hell?
I mean, I used to not believe that kind of shit until I started working in aircraft. Yeah, no, you just breathe in fucking metal shavings. It just
Mm-hmm.
Hey everybody.
She's more machine now than man.
Can I tell you something? Aluminum dust is toxic. This has
So
been
are
your
all your
PSA.
coworkers.
Yes.
I mean, they're just.
You know what else is?
I
toxic?
can't get political on this.
Ozone.
Anyways.
Ozone is
Yeah.
toxic.
You know what else is toxic?
The world.
Warfarin.
Britney Spears, toxic.
I'm slipping under.
All
what?
three of us are working in places where we are exposed to some real bad shit.
Uh-huh.
We're
Me
all
too.
gonna die of
this
workplace-related
life personally.
toxins.
I mean,
I just
if you believe the people at my work, you always pick where you are. It's always your own fault where you end up. Always.
Ew, gross.
Mhm.
Nope. I'm just there because it's $11 an hour. But anyway, I mean, I love my job.
It's
Start
something
sweating.
weird, boy. I love Labrine. Oh,
Where-
does Labrine knows, right? Or does not? Does Labrine
Lebrine
know?
Lebrine knows because you were like, hey, remember that problem I had where I basically told you last session that I wanted you to find me girls to fuck? Well, I've already taken care of that because I found a girl to fuck, so get the fuck out of my boat. Or
Get out of my boat.
Get off my
because
boat.
I'm about to rock the boat. I'm
Get
gonna
off
tip
my
that
boat.
boat over, if you know what I'm saying.
That's good. That's good.
It hurt Gunner when I said that. I like that. So yeah, what else to do? Because now we could do.
activities.
We could do downtime activities. Did you want to talk to the doctor? Have you thought about what you wanted to ask about Nicholas? Do you want to go harass like a 98-year-old man?
No, I'll wait until next session because I want to think about what I'd like to say first. So
Okay.
I want some time.
All right, and we can do some downtime actions. And this is where I also remind you guys that you have those Cerberus drones that you can take out with you into missions.
The downtime action.
They're basically like weaponized MIT dogs. They're MIT dogs that have missile packs on their backs. They count as deployables that you can take. Downtime actions.
Yeah, I was just about to look it up.
Sheets.
I got you. Let's go active. Let's see here. Buy some time, gather info, get a damn drink, get connected, get creative, get focused, get organized, power at a cost, scrounge and barter, go diving, or gunfight.
Someone should pick
I'd
scrounge
like
or
to get a
barter
drink
because
and get connected.
someone should pick scrounge and barter so that we can introduce Amy to another character.
That's a good point. But someone's got to build a drone.
Because you guys are out in the middle of the sea and they'll still find you.
Who?
So let's see here.
Do you have a beetle from Legend of Zelda just in this world.
Fine,
It's
I will
always
pick Scrounge
available.
and Barter. I will pick Scrounge and Barter.
I'll
All right,
scrounge and
because
barter
I'll
with
start with
you.
that. What is it? What are the rolls for Scrounge and Barter?
Let's see. Roll a d20 and add any relevant skill trigger modifiers or accuracy.
Can I do it too? I want fucking. Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
Here, let Min do it. Let Min discover what this is like.
Let me look at your character sheet and see if you have anything that I think would be
Oh.
useful.
I got something that's fucking useful.
All right, what is it? What do you
It's
think will help you?
charm. It's
It won't be
charm.
useful.
All right, charm. That I would allow charm.
Oh.
So
Or
roll
to
your
kill a
d20
bitch.
plus. Roll your d20 plus 4.
Hang on. I don't know how to.
You are not going to be able to destroy whatever the entity that you will come across.
Oh, that's sad.
10. What is that on the list? Actually, what page of the PDF are
Here,
downtime actions
55.
on?
It's
55?
55 for Scrounge and
What-
Barter. And it's you get
Yeah,
what
what do
you
you
want, what you're
need?
looking for, but you choose the price you need to pay.
Yeah, on a 10 to 19, you get what you want, but you either need to pay time, dignity, reputation, health, comfort, and wellness.
How much time would I have
Why
to
didn't it say
pay?
that stuff?
I mean, you have 2 weeks, so it could just take you a very long time to find this stuff.
Sounds boring. Time. What else was there?
Dignity.
Dignity, reputation, health, comfort, and wellness.
Reputation.
After the siren, she doesn't have much to give in that
Exactly.
department.
So, I'm a
I know
disgraced
how this is going to
siren.
happen. So one day, the storm you guys have been basically following the storm as you're making your way downtown, Faces Pass. But you hear what sounds like coming over a radio of all things in the middle of this storm. Maybe you went out on deck for whatever reason. You wanted to be out in the rain for just a little bit. That seems like a Min thing. This fucking awful, like, commercial music. This. And in the distance, you see a tiny little light bobbing violently on these
Don't
waves.
forget, it's like twice as loud as it used to be.
Oh yeah, it's that loud and it's that far away, so you're like, oh god, what's it going to be when it gets close? And you get a buzz on your phone, you pick it up, it's the captain, and in the group, in the psychic Facebook chat for Gunner,
Mhm.
and it says, oh god, get it away from my new ship, it's gonna touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's from the captain. And it's just, get this, whoever can get that thing away gets advance on next week's pay.
Not him again.
This thing.
I just put CM question mark.
No, it'd be HP.
Wait, what?
Those would be the initials.
No, CM for cruise missile.
Oh, not worth it.
All
Not
missiles.
worth it. Only have one.
We only have one.
Yeah, you do, you guys, and you would have probably snooped around the specs enough. You guys have
snooped around.
you guys have a fucking cruise missile on this thing. It is a get out of combat free card. Please don't use it where civilians are involved.
No, we would use Kong in that situation.
That's the howler clause.
Oh, it's not bad. It's just funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
It
and you
annoys the
maybe
captain, so I upgraded
you
it.
look out and it gets louder and louder, this awful music, until you see a tiny little dinghy boat bobbing through the water with a little sign sticking off the top of it that says stuff for sale with a 4. And there's just a big yellow balloon with a little smiley face drawn on it, fucking wildly waving in the storm's winds as it gets closer and closer to the ship.
The thing. This is interesting. I'm gonna like wave at it. Just like
And the boat diverts when it sees you waves and starts coming closer and closer, faster and faster.
is there anybody else up here with me? Am I alone?
Mhm.
Right now?
It's just you right now. You and the sea. You
You
and
and
the
the
old
dinghy.
man in the sea.
The old balloon of the sea.
And as this
Okay.
boat gets closer, suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear as rockets on the bottom of this boat go off. It takes off into the air and fucking crashes on top of the Calliope. The stupid, shitty music still playing far too fucking loud over this big microphone. Or big
Do
speaker.
you have a picture? Do you have a picture?
Think ice cream truck music, except for worse.
I don't think I have a pic. Do I have a picture for? I need to make a picture for Hodgepodge.
It's a
Yeah.
tuk-tuk. There's a tuk-tuk with a
and
balloon in it.
Yeah, you see that this boat was actually made out of parts that have been built around a little tuk-tuk, which I'll show you what a tuk-tuk is. Sorry, folks, 1 second.
Did it have a name? I can't remember.
That's a tuk-tuk
Shit.
that's been turned into a boat with a bunch of scrap metal, and it's got sides on it. But out of one of the windows is a big balloon with a smiley face on it, poorly drawn on, might I add.
Mhm.
Hey,
Dopey little smiley
I tried.
face, and it's just like, "Hi there, new customer. How can I provide you #1 customer rated satisfaction 1999 service for you today? My name is Hodgepodge."
Hi. I don't even know what I would fucking need. I don't even know what I would fucking need to ask for this person. What's the thing you need? Do you have no, I don't know. I don't know. Can you ask for anything? Do they have anything? Do you have anything? You have anything? Do you happen to have mint chocolate chip ice cream? Still cold.
You're using a direct on ice
Yeah.
cream. That's perfect.
And
Oh, that's
after a second,
perfect.
it's like, "Huh, well, aren't you just the lucky customer today? Weather got you down. Stormy weather getting to you now. Well, just lucky for you, I happen to have," as the tuk-tuk corrects itself and is now right side up, the back and opens up. It's like, "I have all sorts of assorted merchandise to sell to you today. Buy now! Have to be crazy to get rid of these prices."
Yeah,
And it's
no.
a bunch of like clips from commercials that have been spliced together, is how it's communicating.
Oh my god. Yeah, I will take all of the mint chocolate chip ice cream that it has.
Do you go to the back to see what he's selling?
I'm gonna look, yeah.
He is selling mint chocolate chip ice cream for a price that's fucking stupid insane.
Uh-huh.
He's also selling what appears to be a Merv for 30 chevs.
Merv?
Multiple intermediary re-entry vehicle.
I'll take
A
that
big
too.
missile that breaks into little missiles.
I would like to take that as well.
A bag of rotting grass clippings.
Oh, it's
for
still
about
there. The bag of grass
600
clippings is still
million
there.
chevs.
No, I'm good. I don't need that.
Oh, that's
So-
fucking great.
So basically, a bag of grass clippings that he's trying to sell for $60 million.
Mm-hmm. Great. No, don't need
A
that.
book that says "Business for Dummies."
How much is that?
We'll say it's actually decently priced. It's like 2,000 chevs.
So
It's like
$200
$20.
bucks? Oh, $20.
Yeah, about no, yeah. So yeah,
200
about
chevs is $20 bucks.
Yeah,
Right?
207, so
Mhm.
about $20. I got my numbers mixed up.
No, you're good.
It's about $20, and then it's also just selling what appears to be an assorted bag of different loose candies.
Oh, how much is the assorted bag of loose candy?
It says, please ask cashier.
Fuck. How much is this ice cream?
The ice cream is the equivalent of about $180
How
For like
much ice cream is there?
for like 3 pints.
Yeah, she'll take it. She'll take the ice cream. Yeah. She'll take the ice cream and the missile. She'll fucking rip
In
it
the
off.
missile.
Yeah, you pick this up and you're like, oh, this is off of an ICBM.
Mm-hmm.
How'd he get this?
How did you get this?
It was a
But-
steal of a deal.
By the way, if you just swap the prices, you paid $80 for a Merv, and you paid nothing for ice cream,
I
basically.
did. I know. That's where my head's gonna put it, because it's like I gotta get something worthwhile. Okay.
Is the ice cream frozen?
Is it?
Yes.
What?
In fact, it is in a specially made ice cream freezer that looks to be kept cold by liquid nitrogen.
I am so excited. Do I get to keep the whole freezer?
Yes.
Ah, that's exciting. Okay.
The ice cream freezer. God.
This is so great. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Now I'm happy. Now I'm very fucking happy.
But if you wanted the bag of assorted loose candies, you would have to go talk to the balloon.
I wanted I'm gonna talk to the balloon about the candy.
I think I'll make my way up after hearing the music finally arriving.
And the crash.
And the crash.
To put things in another perspective, Howler bought a bunch of mech parts for 10 Magic the Gathering mountains.
Oh
Yep.
shit.
Because he
Mhm.
convinced Hodgepodge that these were deeds to actual mountains.
I love that. I love that so much.
When he said, "Can I buy it for land?" Hodgepodge was like, "Yes, real land. I'm now land rich."
He's probably tried to sell those deeds to somebody.
The
Would
cards
you
aren't there.
like
He
him out and get
sold
away? God.
Those cards
Mountain
aren't there
Getaway.
anymore, which means that he sold them to somebody. Or lost
God.
them, or traded them for something else. Maybe that's how he got the Merv. He found someone somewhere, a very unscrupulous missile soldier who really likes magic.
I mean, sometimes you can never have enough land. It's true. So
Where's the balloon, Daniel?
That's a lot harder to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I actually have to go talk to the fucking balloon. Oh my
Yes.
Mhm.
god. All right, I'm gonna go and talk to this fucking balloon and
Which is
be like,
just fucking waving.
Be around in the fucking wind.
I would like to talk to someone about the assorted candies.
A fantastic choice. How would you like to talk to number one customer satisfaction rate 1999? Supplier Hodgepodge today.
I just want to know how much the candy is.
One moment while I calculate an acceptable price. And it's just dead silent
Mm-hmm.
for a while. Sin, this is probably when you walk up and see men with a bunch of ice cream and the end of a nuke.
That's catastrophe.
Hi, what are you doing? Hi. I'm trying to ask a guy about candies. Who I think. I don't know.
I figured I'd come say hello to a good friend of mine.
Oh, this person's your friend?
Yeah, you see that smiley face? I did that.
Uh-huh.
Our number one favorite customer also repaired our top-rated speaker device.
Oh, did you?
Oh
You did
yes.
That's
great.
why you're sitting listening to about 108 decibels, from this fucking distance on this
Yeah,
speaker.
You're glad that it stopped playing the music when it crashed, because you're pretty sure it would have been about as loud as an airplane taking off.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh, it touched the boat, didn't it?
It touched
Yeah,
the
it
boat.
crashed on top of the boat. And you also notice that, yeah, there are rockets on the bottom of this thing as it fucking jumped out of the water to get onto the boat.
And just, how's the candy calculations coming?
Ah, yes. Our number 1 dermatologist recommended candy assortment can be yours for the new low price of 500 chips.
Yeah, I'll
Oh
take
my-
it. I'll take the whole thing.
$50 for a bag
Wait,
of candy.
50? I thought it was 5. No, never mind. I don't want that.
I'll
I'm
take the
good.
bag of candy.
Thank you,
50?
number 1 favorite customer. You'd have to be crazy to disappoint on these deals. Please rate and 5 stars on Google.
Google still exists. I love it.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. Thank you.
May I ask for your name and information to enter you into our customer database for a possible chance of a one-of-a-lifetime sweepstakes?
My name is Hunter Cineval.
Oh, that's my name. You're gonna need to give me your name.
I don't want
That
to.
name is already entered into our databases.
I don't
There
want
might have
to.
been a mistake.
There might have been.
You gotta lose your
Hunter.
dignity.
No!
You gotta lose your dignity. Do it!
Minerva Cineval, please.
Calculating. And then after a second, right as the speaker is fixed, it goes, is this the same Minerva Cineval that is currently listed as fired from the Sirens for, quote, fuckboy behavior?
How loud is that? How loud is that?
Full
Loud enough that
airplane volume.
it hurt your guys' ears to hear, and everyone in the boat heard it through the
I've got
bulkheads.
I've got noise canceling
Oh.
headphones on because I knew what to expect.
Yeah, but man, you're like, loud.
Fuck boy behavior. Just
Yeah, everyone on the ship is just like asleep, and then just fuck boy behavior. Well, also, Harry, are you the Cineval fired from the Sirens? And you're like, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Can I walk away? Can I walk away now?
Ma'am, you forgot your candy. Number 1 dermatologist recommended bag of candy.
I'll grab it.
She's just gonna fucking
What the
walk
fuck are
away.
dermatologists doing rating candy?
She's gonna walk away with a fucking missile over her shoulder and ice cream. And as she goes in her head, maybe very quietly, she'd look at the ice cream and just be like, I think this was worth it.
okay. Could I go next if anybody's not too busy?
Yes,
Go
but
ahead.
Because I would like to tie this right into here.
as you guys are finishing, all of these parts still falling off of what used to be the dinghy that Hodgepodge had turned themselves into. It's like, we hope to have your patronage sometime soon. Always come back to Hodgepodge's Wacky Emporium as it just starts awkwardly driving towards the edge of the boat and just
Drives off the edge of the fucking boat.
falls off, and there's a loud as it hits the water. You see it.
It's a fucking submarine too.
It just
is
sank.
now.
It sank. all of its parts for being a boat broke when it crashed.
God.
So he just sank.
We'll see it again. It'll show up like those Mini Cooper commercials.
Well, the funny thing is, you do see the balloon is still like out of the water, and then you see eventually they're sitting there for a little bit, getting further into the distance as the ship goes away. It just starts driving off.
God.
Oh my god.
So that's Hodgepodge. I love playing Hodgepodge.
I like it. I like it. Oh god.
Hodgepodge is our resident Eldritch Abomination entity.
Mm-hmm. Loving it. Loving everything about it. It's great. That's great. I'm gonna walk back to my quarters with I'm gonna have an actual walk of shame. That's what's gonna happen. I didn't have a fucking walk of shame earlier. I wasn't shameful. There was
You
no
should-
fucking shame.
I think you should enjoy your ice cream in your mech.
I might enjoy the ice cream in my Mac. That's where I'll go. Because now it's
God.
just like
Because eventually a name pops up and it's Sybil's, and it's just got like 3 laughing until I'm crying emojis, and then another
Fucking Sybil.
is Murs, and it just says like Dr. Mur or something. It's like fuckboy behavior ?
Uh-oh.
I'm not responding to any of that. I'm not responding to
God.
any of it. I'm gonna just like sit in the Mac.
And then you just get one from the
Hold
cat.
on. I
And it
would
says-
love.
None of
Go
you. It just says it touched the boat. No one's getting advance pay.
Oh, that's perfect. Hey,
And
Ron.
then-
God, it's hodgepodge cooties on my boat.
One last thing beforehand, and I'm gonna put this in the in Discord.
No.
And it's what Gawain makes like a direct response to what the captain puts about being pissed that you guys didn't stop Hodgepodge from touching the boat, and it is this video.
Jesus.
This is
Okay,
great.
could I do mine? real
Yes.
fast?
yes.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Before I tell you what I'm doing, can I intentionally fail this roll?
Yes. Of
Okay.
course you
I would
can.
like to intentionally roll a 1.
Okay, what are you doing?
Indiana's getting a damn drink.
Uh-oh.
On a 9 or less, decide whether you had a good time or not. Either way, you wake up in a gutter somewhere with only one thing remaining. So, instead of a gutter, I would like to end up in the sleeper seat of Men's Mech.
Perfect. Yes. Acceptable. Fine.
And out of 3 things, I have to pick one. My dignity, my possessions, or my memory. I'm gonna pick my possessions.
All right. All right. Did you have a good time?
She had a great time. She had a fucking great time.
Hi, I'm a great time.
Not that she
I will
remembers.
feed you ice cream.
Not that she remembers. Not that she fucking remembers.
Oh, by the way, to make this ice cream even better, you look on the dates, and it's been preserved because it's been so cold this whole time.
Yeah.
It's just stuff from before Shiva.
Ooh.
Shit. Yeah, I
You
will-
climb in your fucking mech, and there's just someone passed out in your fucking bag.
Are you passed out in the Family Guy falling over pose?
There is just her hand is loosely around an empty handle of whiskey.
Min is gonna look at this and notice all of the text messages and just be like,
There's also that dignity thing. You can throw that in however you feel.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I'm going to
Someone-
throw that in otherwise.
Someone comes to check on you as you see the rabbit ears start to pop up over the back, and it's just like, it's
Oh
like,
no.
it's like,
Oh,
holy
fuck.
shit! Did you hear? What was the?
don't say anything. Don't.
Just climbing back down. She's passed the fuck out. She is
Yeah.
passed the fuck out.
Yeah, no, he saw that you were bloated.
Bloated.
Yeah.
Blottoed.
Min will put down this fucking shit and just like grab a
Where do you
blanket
put
and
the active nuclear warhead?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Oh, by the way, I figured out the other her clothes are everywhere. Just everywhere. You take
Yeah.
that blanket and you throw it over
Yeah,
her.
I'm
The
gonna say
dignity.
Another thing is the dignity is some articles are going to be missing and you did not watch where they went, and who knows where they are now.
Well, and that's where she's kept all of her possessions. So they're in the
okay. cockpit
somewhere.
They're in the
It's
cockpit
just
somewhere, but you who knows when you'll see them again.
maybe you got a
I know how the
bad
dignity's
feeling.
gone.
Maybe you didn't pay quite as much attention to it, but there was a jacket fucking hanging off the hand.
I think the greatest way for dignity to go is Mandy watched you stumble drunk through the entire mech hangar, climb up this mech, and fall into it, and was just like,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. I'm working these in together as Leporine climbs down, starts leaving, sees Mandy just sitting there with her own bottle of whiskey, sits down next to her and is like, today's a real fucked up day, ain't it? And he's like, mm-hmm. Want some? He's like, yeah.
Nature is healing.
Nature's healing. Yeah, should put this
Your
shit
dignity
down.
has brought the Happia crew and the Calliope crew or the Rambler crew a little bit closer together.
Of you. I'm
More than you already were, bringing each other a little closer together.
She'd probably
Stop
also
it, that's
check
my
for a
sister.
pulse.
Oh,
Check
she's
for-
Your
breathing.
check for
sister's
a pulse.
hotter.
She's breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. You can't you're not in a state where you can do things. So
Mm-mm.
she's just gonna leave you there.
You
And
put a
just-
blanket over her, you
Nuclear
said?
I
warhead.
will. Huh?
Do you leave the warhead in the
I'm probably
cockpit?
gonna stay in the mech. I mean, I'll just sleep on the most uncomfortable pilot chair ever because
Stick her in the fucking chair. Stick her in the chair.
Just pick her up and put her in the chair. She's just like,
No, I might. You know what I might do? It's a big enough bed, sort of. It's like a
Just
XL
share the
twin or something. I'd
Shove her to
probably
the side.
slide her over. Yeah, and
She's
just be like-
tiny. She's tiny. Remember, she's only 5 foot.
yeah,
and
I'm
like less
much
than 100
bigger.
pounds.
Some
not
shit
much
like that,
bigger.
yeah.
So I think she'd probably push you over and put down the ice cream and then just eat the ice cream and just be like, this fucking day.
This is normal.
fucking day.
Fucking day. Do you ever wake up? Do you wake up at all?
We're gonna cut to somebody else's stuff.
Yeah, because that's yours, which means we have 2 people left who have downtime actions, and we're going to start with Howler. What are you doing?
You're going to gather information. In
All
fact,
right.
I'll be using take control because I'm going to ask Ryota to connect me to whatever the closest data center is for looking shit up, and basically browbeat them into giving me as much information as they have on the subject, and the contact information for the next step of search people, so I can rinse repeat. I'm looking for information on the one person who will benefit most from what we're about to go do. Iblis.
Ooh. Roll.
Fingers crossed. Did it work?
When the DM goes, ooh, you're either like, this is good, or you go, this is really bad. $15. So on a 10 to 19, you find what you're looking for, but you either leave clear evidence of your rummaging, you have to dispatch someone or implicate someone innocent to avoid it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, it doesn't say who, so
no.
you could potentially turn that to your favor.
Yeah, or just
Or throw Ryota under the bus.
I'm not going to throw Ryota under the bus. He's very good to be beaten by me at Magic, and I don't want to piss him off that much.
And
Unfortunately,
also, he's on the boat with you, so if they find him, they find you.
Yeah. Oh no. Who do I say I am? Because that would be funniest. I'll give a name that they wouldn't know probably immediately until they looked it up and then realized that it's the Secretary of State.
Oh, so you're gonna put that down.
He's gonna be wondering why people are saying he called him up.
Hold
So it's
on, I need
nice.
to.
It'll be nice to know Iblis's potential whereabouts and what his usual maneuvers are, so that after, either before or after, depends on whether he's on the trip there, we take out the other guy. We can cause him to not be the person in charge after.
I
You
need
know,
to
by
look up
killing him.
something. So here is the president of the U.S. and Secretary of Defense for Amy.
The Secretary of Defense is the wall in the back.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, his glasses, how one of them has like a lens that's covered. It's because that opens up and it's a little tiny laser designator for a fucking thing in space that he used to drop down a care package that had a minigun in it. They just held casually two-handed because he's like 6'8" and easily like 350 plus pounds. He's fucking giant.
I can just see the gears turning. She's actually looking at the president.
Yeah, she is.
Why would you do this? Why would you out me like this?
Oh my
How
God,
you
she's
look-
hot.
How do you think she got elected?
What?
I don't know. It's a joke that you don't
I
vote for the
know.
ugly one.
I know.
Hey, it worked for
it's
Kennedy.
It worked
All
for Kennedy.
me. I'm hot. But
Nixon only sounds good on radio.
Nixon only makes cogent points and is a real politician.
Yeah, look where that
Irate.
got him.
Yeah, he got caught. That's the problem. Anyway. So, what exactly are you looking for about Iblis?
Current whereabouts, any information on his schedule, where he's been visiting most often recently, things like that. And I'll actually just give the information to the captain and tell her, just in case we need to take him out before or after our trip to Angola.
So, a lot of what you find on Iblis is you have to do a lot of exploring over the internet. But you're finding mostly people who have been trying, like, online sleuths trying to piece stuff together. And Iblis is a fucking enigma. People have combed through everything and can't find shit. Like, people have been able to figure out, like, the identities of people, like, a lot of higher-ups in Kairos.
Mm-hmm.
No one's been able to find shit about Iblis. No one knows if Iblis is a man or a woman. No one knows when Iblis showed up or like what they did until about 2 years ago. Or like 2 years before the campaign started. They just appeared out of nowhere and started slowly absorbing Kairos cells until they connected the 4 demon lords together and made modern day Kairos. But their most recent place they were spotted is there's a report that they rescued a bunch of infected workers from a granite mine along the coast of Labrador. And you find a picture of them giving a speech. It's not the content of the speech that matters. It's that they're standing atop the wreck of a very familiar mech as they do it.
How familiar?
It's the blasted out remnants of the ogre.
Boy.
Using that as their stage.
Yeah. Definitely gonna have to kill that one.
And you see Valofor there, but Valofor doesn't even seem to be paying attention, just staring off into a different space. One antler is missing off of their weird deer skull helmet that they wear, and huge parts of the armor seem to have just been melted off in an explosion, you can only assume, looking at the ogre, that Frank detonated its reactor. But other information that you managed to get is that Iblis never stays in one place very long and seems to always be going around to different places trying to cultivate favor with middle management in Kairos. Lower people.
Uh,
And that there's something about them dealing with the doctor who used to be running this facility in Angola because it did not always belong to Corson. This was originally some sort of research facility that Kairos was running in the desert before Corson demanded it for his victories in DC. And without a second thought, Iblis gave it to them and then transferred this scientist somewhere near the crater.
Great. It ties together. Yep. Definitely giving all the information to the captain.
And putting down stuff to basically say the Secretary of Defense is the one snooping.
Yes.
That's fine. They'll be like, "Curse you, big man! With your fucking laser-guided eyes!"
I'm glad that you did this because my contacts would have been talking to Gop, and I really didn't want to talk to Gop.
Oh, there would have been such a good chance for quid pro quo, Yaksha.
Mm-hmm. And
Tell me
that's
who you're
why I
talking-
decided I'm getting a drink instead.
So yeah,
Huh?
for Amy,
Mm-hmm.
Indiana has been in a relationship with the spy master of Kairos, where basically the spy
I'm
master
gonna rephrase that differently. Rephrase that
business-
differently.
a transactional business relationship
Mm-hmm.
where they'll tell Indiana something as long as Indiana tells them something in return. Quid pro quo, Yaksha.
Oh.
Look, the last time I did it, we figured out where Corson was. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it only ended up indirectly getting Frank killed. Anyway.
It didn't. No, fuck you. Stop that. No, we were told to go to Labrador Island.
No, I'm just poking fun at you.
Actually, you're actually. Shit. I never thought about it that way.
She wouldn't have been there if you hadn't told her
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And Iblis was after her. So, Hunter, what are you doing for your downtime action? Hey, this is payback for all of the bad rolls on Wednesday. I know that's not your fault, but I'm blaming you.
Well, let's see. I'm going to get creative, obviously. But, like, I feel like I should do something as well as working on Sense Body, because that's not, like, an actual asset.
Unless you wanted it to be.
What I was thinking is maybe... I was trying to think of maybe incorporating it and then making a tool as well. So, like, I'm going to make him into, like, a little mini Tachikoma.
Hell yeah.
Multi-terrain vehicle. It can go up walls with magnetized wheels that can split open into magnetized feet, so it can walk up walls and walk upstairs and shit like that. And then I already have mag boots.
With 360-degree vision, miniguns, 2 graspers.
Okay, he doesn't need the miniguns. We're not arming set.
Are you sure?
Do we want Set to be running around the ship with 2 miniguns?
Yes.
I don't think you should answer.
Because I think that's what the backpack on the Tachikomas are. Is I think that's the ammo pack for those.
Ammo
you
pack and
asking
actually
him?
a
She's-
personal store. Like you can get a person in there.
Oh yeah, you can put
But
stuff
this is
in.
not a large one. This is
Oh, is it
smaller
is the backpack not big enough to put someone in? But is it a backpack for his applesauce?
Jesus.
Hey, someone mentioned backpacks around me. I have to say backpack for his applesauce.
What is that even from? I've forgotten by this point. It's just a meme
It's
around here.
I really can't think of anything special. So
from
I'll just,
Monster Factory for Spore.
I will just make him a new thing, and so I'm gonna use the inventor create, and I'm also would like to use my background in HP specialist because it's devising a specialty housing for an NHP to give myself advantage or not advantage. What's it called? Accuracy.
Accuracy.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Okay, so what are you making again? I'm sorry.
I'm just making him a new body essentially.
Right.
We'll
Yeah,
give
and
him
you want the
miniguns so he can
accuracy.
be a little personal.
Yeah, basically it means that he could be like a pilot if he wanted to be.
Little personal defense thing inside the ship as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah,
Alright.
go ahead and make that roll. I will let you have the accuracy, which since
it
Amy
gonna-
has only been here for a little bit, and what accuracy is depending on the number you have, you roll that many d6s, and you
Mhm.
keep the highest result of the d6s and add it to your roll. It's the same with
Oh,
disadvantage or whatever it is,
didn't
where
even
you
eat it.
roll that many d6s and you keep the highest and you subtract that from the number. Difficulty.
Mhm.
That's what it
Mhm.
is. Right. Yeah, damn, you finish before the next mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a 20 plus, you finish your project before the next mission.
If it's especially complex, treat it as a 10 to 19. But I mean, even at a 29 at this point.
Yeah, and on a 10 to 19, you make progress, but you don't quite finish it. You can finish it during your next downtime without rolling, but choose the 2 things you're going to need: quality materials, special knowledge or technique, specialized tools, or good work. You've got all of those, especially because
The
the
new
Calliope has just been stocked for a long-term voyage. Yeah, you have everything you need to put a new set
Yay.
together,
By the
who is
next
now
mission.
going to be fucking crawling around on the ceilings like you know who,
Just zooming around the halls. Coming through.
with all of these mechanical eyes so that it has 360-degree vision and all of
I see
that.
everything.
I can see. Now, does it have to sound like Tachikoma though, like a little
No, it's still
little
set.
baby person?
No, it's still set.
So yeah, comes walking out on these 4 legs. Looks, he was like, and every time he talks now, he seems to be like almost like a little kid when they get real excited and they're like bouncing and like gesticulating with the grasping arms
Yeah.
as there's all this mechanical
Yeah, he's got
whirring
little
and stuff
grasping arms
going
so he
on.
can interact with shit.
And like he's like, with this new body, not only will I be able to have a more tactile response to the rest of the world, but I will be able to follow you on missions if I so desired. And like puts the claspers together and like almost does like a little cutesy gesture.
Aw.
I can't wait till Sin builds set a tuk tuk body and it runs off to marry Hodgepodge.
I'm gonna. Oh god. I will incorporate a meta hook into it. The same
So
thing
that he
that
can
Legion has. Essentially,
climb
unless
up
him
onto
can.
things.
Well, no, the meta hook allows him to essentially
Oh, yeah.
launch and connect to another mech or thing, and essentially use their sensors. And that's how he would plug into Legion. He can climb up on Legion's back, connect to it, download himself into Legion while we're piloting, and then when we're on the field, if we go into person mode, like we jump out of our mechs, he can hop off and follow us.
He
in
can
his
be
own-
the backpack for your goblin. Your goblin can have a backpack for his applesauce.
Oh, the goblin has a set.
The goblin, which is a
rides
backpack.
Kong. I don't know if Kong would like that connection.
Yeah, King would not like having
Or King, yeah.
set around like that. In fact, as you're finishing up all your stuff, Howler, You're starting to finish it up. Probably just as like confused about all of the stuff involving Iblis as before.
Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling when King transmits themselves from Kong into you and goes, "We have a serious issue.
Okay, what's the matter?
Get to the mech bay immediately. Bring a shotgun."
What the
Wait,
fuck?
what?
Don't
Okay, I guess this isn't about the that other mech across from you being bigger.
No. This has nothing nothing to do. This has nothing to do with Min or her escapades.
Oh, so it's serious then.
Wait, escapade? You mean fuck boy behavior?
Yes.
Go to the Dad. The AI know what fuckboy means.
If you're able
Chat GPT, define
load-
fuckboy.
Urban Dictionary.
if you're able to load dragon breath rounds into the shotgun, I want this thing dead.
What?
Oh, it's the
is it?
fucking it's set. Okay.
Yeah, it's mad about set.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Do you bring the shotgun when you go down to the mech bay?
I don't bring a shotgun, but I'm moving very carefully and looking around.
And you just see vroom, vroom, set in its new body with the turning its legs into the wheel form as it zooms down, skids to a halt, turns around and zooms down the other. And you just hear in your head, "Isn't it disgusting?
What is that?
I hate it. Who do you think? It's the B team."
The B team. Only the B team, huh?
Sin?
Oh, Howler is fucking set, comes to a stop and starts clomping towards you and is like, "Look at my new body that Sin has constructed for me. It is a much better construct than the old Boston Dynamics robot. This one has so much more tactile sensory information that allows me to better input into the
Okay,
environment
where's
around
Sin
me."
right now?
Where is Sin right now?
Probably down in the fabrication bay.
Sin is down in the fabrication bay. That's where I was constructed.
I'm gonna walk down to the fabrication bay.
I'm going to continue to experiment with my new mobility options. As you
Don't
see,
run over pieces of Kong.
of course not. As you see it start
Kong's my
going up
best
and
friend.
climbing up the side of the mech bay like a spider. And then you hear it, King, in your head go, "What I wouldn't give for an oversized roll of newspaper."
Sin!
Yeah, you make your way down to the fabrication and engineering bay.
Sin, what the fuck? I mean, the dog was cute. This is creepy.
What are you talking about?
It's crawling up walls. It's rolling around. It's got legs. It's got wheels.
Oh, you
And-
mean Set's new upgrade? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also, could you pull the speaker on it? Because he talks too much.
I mean, that'd be infringing on his rights as a fully unshackled NHP. I think don't want to cut down on freedom
Well,
of speech or anything.
You
should
gotta
tell
watch
him
out,
it
otherwise,
was
otherwise
purpose.
Kong's gonna infringe upon his rights by turning him into a pancake, and it's annoying. It's annoying, King.
I'll talk with him to keep it down around King Kong.
Okay, that'll definitely help. So, what's this about your sister and fuckboy behavior?
Why is it everywhere I go? This is my one
Is
sanctuary.
this the same fucking no, it's not the same. It's a different day.
No, this
It's
is-
a different
yeah.
day.
Different
This
day.
This is
is
It's
my
the next day.
sanctuary away from all the stress of the rest of the ship. We are not going to talk about my sister's love life down here in the
I
fabrication.
didn't know this was definitely about your sister's love life now. Just whatever happened in the past is just
Would
Why
Kong
was
like me-
Hodgepodge announcing it?
Would King like a new body? Is that what's going to buy your silence?
Why I don't. Well, I asked him,
Maybe.
"Do you want a
This
new
is
body,
some-
King?"
Only as long as it's of a superior quality to that walking abomination.
Hey, there's a Boston Dynamics dog that's free right now.
I don't do hand-me-downs.
Well, nothing. Well, we'll see what happens later on. I'll think about it.
I'll come up some designs that you can swing by him.
Sure, that'd be fine.
Now I'm gonna go back to my conspiracy theories over here with Greasy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely.
anyways, I was saying Atlantis.
We are in about the right spot. You know, we could.
No. See, Atlantis actually was somewhere between North America and Africa. See, and they got into a big war with Zealandia, which no one ever talks about that. You see, New Zealand, and this is actual fact. This ain't none of that stuff where people debate me on it and nothing. There used to be a subcontinent that New Zealand was a part of called Zealandia. See, and people said, "Oh, but it sank like 2 million years ago, or some, science crap like that." No, it sank like 50,000 years ago because World War I was actually a big scale war between Zealandia and Atlantis.
Atlantis is Atlantis is a misdirect. The real problem was Lemuria. Wholly different ocean. And he'll walk away.
Hold on, I need. You know what? You go. You do what you need to do, Sin. I'm gonna do some research because
Oh,
I might be onto something there. I'm just
Oh
saying.
no!
Just, I want to confirm, I'm not supposed to take any notes when that guy talks, right?
No,
Right.
never, no notes, ever.
I'll ask Kong. Do you know if Min's in her Mac or not?
No, don't go there. Don't fucking go there.
It's a different day, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does it
It's
matter?
the
different
next
day.
day.
Does it matter what fucking day it is, though? Oh,
By
well.
the way, you've gotten
That's up to Min.
you have gotten a message from every NPC mech pilot where they have banded together and they've taken screenshots of their phones with text between you and them, and they've put you in their phones now as just fuckboy behavior.
Oh
So, yeah.
Had I
man.
known,
Like
had I
Captain,
known I was going to take that
Myrrh,
much dick-hitting for
Sybil,
this shit.
Gowan.
That's
You got
fair.
your ice cream though,
I
and you got
my
a
ice
fucking nuke.
I got a nuke. Honestly, that's
Mini.
I can live with this. I got a nuke.
You got a nuke.
Oh
that has
god, for some
multiple
reason I
re-entry
just
vessels.
pictured it being her riding it like the fucking
Like Tank Girl. Yeah.
No, like the fucking pilot in Doctor Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove, yeah. Slim pickings.
Falling out of a B-52.
I will. I fucking will. I got a nuke for that shit. I'm fine with it. Can I put that nuke somewhere on my mech? Can I just or do I just chuck it at someone?
I'll have to think about that because
Okay.
here's the thing: the Apocalypse Rail isn't actually a nuke. We joke and say that they nuked a facility. It's just it was a
Mhm.
big fuck off explosion. That is actually a nuke.
Nuke.
And the thing with MIRVs is they're ICBMs, and ICBMs go up into the atmosphere and then come back down. And MIRVs mean they shotgun out several tiny nukes that hit a much wider area.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you
I
have
like it.
something. MIRVs are illegal.
Yeah, they are.
You
but
have
know
something
what?
that is you have a fucking war crime.
Oh boy! Welcome to
Oh fuck! Welcome
a
to the
minute.
team.
No. I
Yeah,
didn't
this will be
use
her
it,
chance to
though.
do a war crime.
I didn't use
You haven't used
yet.
it. If you did, though, that would be a war crime.
I mean,
Hold on. Since when do we care about shit like the Geneva Convention?
I think
Crimes
you need
against
the Geneva
humanity,
Suggestion.
The Geneva
You know, the
Suggestion.
United Nations. Since when do we give a shit? As long as Happy is not pissed, why do we care?
I think they might be. Well, it depends on what you MIRV. Like if you MIRV,
Yeah, I was gonna say if we Merv Shiva, actually that might be bad.
if you merved
well,
like
The crater that
Iblis.
was Shiva.
You know, I'm not going to tell anybody about it except maybe Indy because she's
well,
might need to
there.
Sin
merv
saw you with
Tunguska.
it.
Oh,
Sin
yeah,
knows.
that's right.
Sin knows.
Sin knows. Okay.
Yeah, Sin
So-
saw you fucking carrying this nuclear warhead.
Yeah,
Which, by the way,
look,
Sin, what are your thoughts that your sister has what seemed to be an active nuclear warhead?
fuck
Cat.
me.
Tas. Tra. Fee. He figured it was not actively armed or, active or whatever.
Did you tell the captain?
Don't.
Probably would have, yeah.
Don't.
Like, just so you know.
Well,
She has what
Why?
could be a MIRV. I'm hoping and assuming it's inactive, or I don't know what.
and
what
you,
the word
all you got from the captain is just a put it away,
Put it
don't
away.
touch it.
What, you got it? Wait, to me or to him?
Yeah, to you.
Oh. Oh no, they are. Yeah. Okay. I just get a text back, or I'll send a text back and be like, "Put what away?"
Oh, Indy. All right, you. The captain is just gonna say Indy played this. Indy played this game. Ask Indy how it ended.
Yeah,
No, I
It's
won't.
just like, and it was like, if you send such a bit, you cannot gaslight me. I am the girl boss.
Ooh.
Oh, she sends a text back for now. No, I'm just kidding. She wouldn't. She wouldn't do that. That's terrible. That's too much. She'd just be like, "Okay, I'll put it away," and she's gonna just like stick it under her sleeper in the mech.
I have, and then she would send back that she has to know where it is.
Oh, it's
She has to know where the active nuke is on her boat.
It's safe. I mean, I could leave it like on my. Can I not just leave it in my mech?
No.
And no. Where would you recommend that I put an active nuke?
leave it in the lab or the armory. That way someone can deactivate it.
But I don't want them to deactivate it. I bought it. It was active. I bought it active. I don't want them to deactivate it. That's the fucking message she's gonna send back.
wow.
Hey,
So
hey,
you-
maybe if you talk to your bosses in Happia to convince them that they should let you keep it.
I'm pretty sure they would go, got a what on our multi-trillion-dollar boat?
Good point. One accidental explosion.
Yeah,
Oh,
that thing
alright.
goes off, that entire boat's fucked. As is everything
Hey.
in 50 miles.
50-50. It is inactive with the ability to reactivate it when necessary.
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Because I'm going to be honest, at some point, some problem is going to need to be fixed with a giant fucking nuke in this campaign. Because that's how this game goes.
Can
Oh no.
The
Can we do
Tankuska
that?
crater.
You could take your cruise missile,
To Bruce.
take the top off, put the nuclear warhead on it, and now you have a very short range nuke.
We have an offensive weapon then.
Although I
What
don't even
if-
know if a cruise
called
missile could
offensive
shoot it
deterrent.
far enough away to not kill
I don't-
the Calliope.
I don't think it would be able to, and I don't want to get rid of Max.
Because you need like
Okay,
50 square miles.
right, a lot. And he doesn't fly. I wouldn't. Okay, so I'd like to do that. I'd like to ask if I could do that, like with the ability to reactivate it later. And it's mine. It's mine. It's nobody else's. It's mine. I get to pick.
It's mine. It's mine.
I bought it. It's mine. I paid for it.
I was going to
It's my
say, did you...
dignity.
I was going to say...
I licked it, it's fine.
I licked
Send
it,
a
it's
picture
mine.
to the captain of you licking the fucking nuclear warhead.
I fucking will. I've etched my name into it at this point. Like, I'm
Whoa.
all signed into-
I mean,
I don't
on
know,
the
I would,
bright
like,
side...
written-
Oh no.
written
On
my
the
name
bright
on it.
side, this is low yield, probably uranium, which
Uh-huh.
is entirely contained within the warhead. It's perfectly safe to be around.
Okay, they
You
can
know,
fire up to
it's-
1,000 miles away. So yeah, the cruise missile could be used.
Okay, so what can I just like do a switcheroo and then give them the fucking
Amy,
helm?
no.
They're not. You're not getting anywhere near
Amy,
that,
no.
Cruz.
Shit. Okay, that's fine. All right, fine. But I will take a Sharpie and I will be like, this is Min's.
No, you gotta put from Min with love.
Oh, I will. Yeah, from Min with love. And
then on the other
other
side, it's property of men. Do not touch except for men.
And then
maybe?
someone walks into the bay and sees a nuke sitting on a table that says "From Men with Love," and a bomb squad gets called.
Well, the one very small note that I'll put on there somewhere is this is my enormous swinging dick. And then I'm just gonna give it away to whoever it needs to be given to.
I would put on a nuclear warhead if I could. Skill issue.
I think Bruce could do it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
Bruce would probably know how. I mean, Bruce was a nuclear physicist. Well, is a nuclear physicist.
I'm gonna walk
You
with
know,
it over
one
my
time I reverse engineered a V2 to drop
Bruce, what were
supply
you doing?
crates over Ukraine. I mean, what?
I think if I
Bruce,
was
what
going to
were you-
market, it would be close only counts and horseshoes, hand grenades, and
Yes,
dot.
and
yeah, I'll who do I need? I'll take it to the lab, but I'll walk
That-
with it like over my shoulder, like it's not a big deal.
that, or I would mark down the nukes, just calling it would just say the big funny, but the Y would be an I.
Oh god.
Because you only use nukes when you want to commit the funny.
Right. I'll bring it to
Do the
lab
funny.
and just be like, I'm gonna set it
You
down
walk
harder
into
than
the
you
lab.
should. I'm gonna
You walk into the lab, and all these scientists look over. And
All these
fucking look
scientists
like
piss
they're-
themselves.
They look like they are about to fucking shit themselves. And then you put it down too hard, and people fucking dive for cover, like, oh!
To which you need to calmly say, "Oh, please! If it were actually going to go off, that table would not save you."
Yeah, like,
calm down, you
one of them
guys.
just
You're
goes-
so emotional.
you hit it down. One of them goes, no!
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
all
it's fine.
This entire lab is just full.
One Wilhelm scream.
That's some real bottom energy right there.
No, that's a real Rowan energy. An entire lab full
Yeah,
of
bottom
half-lit
energy.
scientists. Yeah,
Oh,
fair.
does that mean I get to be the top in this situation? Yeah, I fucking absolutely
Yeah.
slam it
Are
down
you-
on the table.
Are you
And I just like
porn
So
wait.
there,
all by
there was
yourself?
slamming my dick
No.
on the table.
That's what I did. I absolutely slammed my big scary dick on the table.
You were the guy in the locker room that just comes in and slams his dick on the counter, and everyone's like, "Oh."
No, well, maybe. Maybe.
Are you watching porn by yourself? No, I'm with the science team. But
So-
yes, you put this down, and everyone except Bruce nearly fucking shits themselves. You assume that Bruce either knows it's probably deactivated already, or it's
Mhm.
like, I'm 98, I'm not scared of shit, I'm dying
Right.
anyway.
Right. Oh, yeah. So you wanna? Can I have this back when you're done with it?
Doing that old man thing. It's like, this should be. Starts fiddling with things. This should be. And there. Take this to the armory.
Okay.
It is already. It has been disabled. You would be surprised how easy this model is to make dysfunctional. All you need to do is to separate these couplings, which allow the fissile material to interact with the warhead.
Okay. Okay. So then to reactivate it, hypothetically, we just put it all back together, right? Okay. Cool.
No, it's not that easy. Do you think I would have left it so easy that you could have done it yourself?
Well, I figured, you've lived so much life. You wanted to see what would happen next. I don't know.
No. I've
Oh.
already had my research used enough for these kinds of things. I don't want it to keep happening.
Well, now I feel bad. I'll take it to the fucking armory. Thank you for your help. She flings it back over her shoulder and like walks away like it's not. Like it's
Meanwhile,
not a
in the
big deal.
Meanwhile, in the mech bay, Howler says to Kong, "She left her mech to take what to the lab?"
a multiple intermediary re-entry vehicle nuclear warhead.
Okay, I think
Call
I'm
her
not going to go anywhere
fuckboy
near
one
the
more
lab.
time.
Call me fuckboy one more time.
And I think on the note of call me fuckboy one more time,
Oh,
we're
can I
gonna
send
get
a
out of
picture? Can I send it one picture before we do it?
Is it you're sending that to the group chat of
I
call me
am.
fuckboy one more time?
I'm gonna fucking hold it with the part that says "This is my enormous dick" on it, right? And I'm just gonna like do a cute selfie, and then it's gonna be "Call me fuckboy one more time," and that's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's okay.
You'll get a DM from Indiana. It just says hot.
It's true.
You get there's one in the group chat for go. It's like, oi, we're letting these pics in now.
Oh
Mine's
shit! No
bigger.
going! No going! No!
And then, yeah, it's just like, oi, we're letting these pics in now. Mine's bigger. And then another person who and
Can
then
Mer confirm?
and then
I
Sybil,
don't
who
put that
just
in
puts
chat.
down like Sybil sent something. It's like, is this so we quit calling you fuckboy?
Oh. Well, honestly, it's kind of a badge of honor, so you can do what you want. It's
And
okay.
then she just sends back fuckboy with the little kissy heart emoji face.
Oh my god, is Sybil down? Now I'm interested.
You don't know. She could just be incredibly Latina and is just
I
fucking
mean,
with you.
What's the difference?
There's not. That's like, come on now. Come on.
Well, we know what she's doing next episode.
I don't know,
Plan.
maybe.
Fuck Indiana.
You just shake your head. I don't know,
Fuck
maybe.
Sybil.
It was. Listen, I can't help myself. I make plans and then those.
Fuck
sometimes they
Mandy?
happen.
Question mark?
Oh, God,
No.
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 I don't want to do that because then Howler will kill me, or
And
we'll
also
have, like,
because
that
she's a
weird thing
vessel
happen.
for pasta.
Exactly, and I am also a vessel for pasta, and we like connect, but not like that. So, I just
Real
wanna get her a
recognizes
hairbrush.
real.
It's true. I want to get her a hairbrush. That'd be shitty.
Yes, that'd be very shitty.
I'm gonna do it. Get Mandy a hairbrush.
So,
Plan,
on the
get-
note of Amy being shitty, we're gonna wrap up today's session. And we are going to do it with a small scene where we see a computer room. And it's got all of this information popping up on it, connecting back to an IP address that connects itself to the Secretary of Defense. And someone was like, "What Iblis? This is everything that was managed to be compromised." We just see and Amy hasn't seen Iblis before, the BBEG. They're wearing black robes that obscure everything about their body with a hood, and a mask that is completely blank and made out of a reflective material so that, like, if you were looking at them, all you would see is your face looking back. And so it's just the screen reflecting back. And it's like, interesting. Then the game is set. Let us see if they continue to dig in holes they should not. Did you hear that car?
God.
I hate people on Kellogg. And then looks to another and is like, dispatch the Rakshasa.
Mm.
And we'll end it there. So we're going to start with Indiana, fuckboy by proxy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cyrus Smith. Today, you caught me playing Indiana in Lancer in, well, Yakshas. Man, I'm glad Yakshas is back. Also, Indiana's trying to turn over a new leaf, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's like, I don't know.
Trying to turn over Indiana. Oh, God.
She already has several times.
You can also find me on Wednesdays. Both of you got some real fucking bottom energy going right now.
Fudge!
You can also find me running Wednesdays, which is Over the Horizon, where I am sad to report there's a TPK in the wings because
Fuck
don't
yeah,
know.
necromancer.
that'd
Bring back
just
the
be a
party.
fuckboy by proxy thing to do. I'm joking. All right, that's me.
And now to another fuckboy by proxy of being related to the fuckboy. Let's go to Sin.
Yo, it's your boy Sassy and Nasty. Yeah, you caught me here playing Sin, aka Hunter, who, oh god, oh god, Fabrication Bay is off limit to all other player characters. It's his sanctuary away from y'all. You can catch me here tomorrow in Lands of Iboria as Archibald Harrowfield, the old foxy grandpa who tells stories and rages, but never rages, just hits things hard. And then wrapping around on Wednesdays is Gideon Sunborn, the strength-based ranger with a heart of gold. Just kidding, he murders things fast. And that is everything I'm in.
And then to someone else who is also a fuckboy by proxy of being in the same combat team as the fuckboy, Howler. No one
Yep,
escapes.
I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of fuckboys. I mean, streaming. And yeah, I was playing Howler, and Kong is not happy with Set's new wheels, new flesh, and
Indeed.
Howler's not that happy either because that thing talks a lot. And just giving him access to being able to zip around and talk to everybody is just gonna drive people crazy. Also on Saturdays, I'm in Lands of Ibaria as Selenia Shade Tree, who, well, he almost got eaten by things in the water. I think it was piranhas because they went after blood-flavored bait really easy, and then almost got beaten the fuck out of by slime mold. Yes, we're level 1 characters. We get beaten up by slime. Uh, that's all I'm in right now. So back to you, GM.
And finally, the fuckboy of the fucking Min.
Hi, I'm Amy Gedden. I'm not actually a fuckboy. Not in this game. I haven't done anything wrong. I have done nothing wrong in this game. I have a past, and that's unfortunate. But in this game, I have only slept with a single person.
See?
Multiple times. But I've only
They
slept
they
with
just
a
don't
single
respect.
person.
They don't respect people trying to turn over new leaves. That's
I'm
just what
not-
it is.
Well, I've lost all of my dignity. I've lost all of the respect of the crew. The name in the group chat is now, what is it? Fuckboy. What was it?
Fuckboy
What?
behavior.
Yeah, fuckboy behavior.
Which is ironic because like I said, in this moment, it's not actually happening yet. No, it might never. We don't know. Let's see here. On Mondays, I don't think it's this Monday. I think it's next Monday. Not this coming. I am on a different server at Distal's place where we're doing Emberwind. Where my poor character, she tried real hard to be something, but she's just a sad person. She's never gonna get to this level of fuckery, I can tell, and that's fine. And then on Wednesdays, I'm in Over the Horizon where I play Lotus. She's my favorite. I love her. She's also not a fuckboy. Not anymore. And see, look at that character growth, bitches. Character growth. So
And all it took was 2
me.
bitches.
It took a lot of bitches. And you know what? Sometimes I'm done. That's it. That's it for me. I'm done. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Wow, 2 sessions in, and this is what has become of this campaign.
I'm sorry I came in and ruined your shit.
I knew what I was getting into when I brought you here. I knew that fuckboy shit was going to be like on the menu and was probably going to happen immediately.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It was lots of fun.
I hope.
But aren't you glad I wasn't trying to fuck you, though? I picked someone else. I picked another willing creature that I can see within
I've got
30
too much
feet.
Riz. I get it. Hi, ho, friendos. My name is Ron, otherwise known as iHeart. Me here today running Yakshas, where fuckboy shit has been happening, but also some plot development has been happening.
Ow. Fuck.
And also someone just hurt themselves. Only in
Good.
my streams. Where combat is so lethal, if you die in the game, you die for real. You can also catch me here in Saturdays in Lands of Air, where I also get beaten up by slimes, but I get pushed down to 1 HP. I look at the slime and go, I lived, bitch. And then I do live. The slime did nothing. The slime cowered in fear before me as it attacked the monkey because I think Brian is just trying to make them collect diseases at this point. Our monkey has like 3. You can also catch me here not on Mondays. That's been gone for a while. On Wednesdays, where I'm in Over the Horizon, where I play Snell, who someone murdered my robot, and now I'm just sad. So now I just not Cone of Cold. God, I wish I Cone of Cold at every turn. I just Ray of Frost every turn. That's my life now. I think that is it for us here. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here on an R.I.P. Minerva's reputation.
All right.
R.I.P. Fuck what
Shit,
behavior.
good wave.